Let's do a cheers to the Sobeys and Safeway Liquid Beer for the podcast.
Be right again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
Check-in, come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello.
It's not static, AM radio.
It's the Play Alpha Nielson Show. Let's go. Everybody tuning in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromala intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in, he's your dealer for life. The cracker 6 o'clock, I'm logging with some sirloin bites.
Let me say yeah.
Remember that name.
Let me say yeah.
Hunter McDavid. Hunter McDavid. McDavid. Remember that name. Here he is. Hunter McDavid. Hunter McDavid. Smart move. Here he is. Beautiful. Remember that name.
No. Connor has no limit. No. Connor has no limit.
Hunter McDavid. Remember that name.
No limits when it comes to this guy. He's simply too fast. Think he can just fly. No limits, so why do you try? He'll score on his own, or he'll give it to dry.
Let me say yeah.
Hunter McDavid.
Fans in heaven, cause of 9 to 7. The nation in love from Gibbons to Devon. Looking to pass, deep men on the ass. Second contract, a lot of cash. Tick, take your time. McDavid on your team and you'll be fine. Just open your eyes and you will see it. Oil it for real, cause he has no limit.
No. Connor has no limit. No. Connor has no limit.
Remember that name.
6:07. What's up? What's happening, everybody? Thank you for being here today. We love you. If you listen on 95.7 Cruise FM, congratulations. You found the best morning show in the city. If you're watching on YouTube, you already know what's up. Hammer the thumbs up for us. That would be great. And of course, if you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart, please tell your friends how easy it is to stream Edmonton Sports Talk all day long. It's Dusty. It's Lieutenant Eric. It is YouTube, Trev. And it is a Canadian men's hockey team that's still alive, surviving a scare against Czechia.
No doubt.
Never in doubt. Is that what you thought?
Never in doubt.
I'll be honest. I thought we were going to lose there. When Czechia scored, I was like, the only path I thought to a comeback was McDavid doing something heroic with the net empty. But Suzuki had other ideas.
I know you mentioned that, and it was going to be an extra man type of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think this team and I think Tommy brought it up with you as well, given the talent, would allow a regulation. Do you know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. That's why they play the game.
Yeah.
But you just feel like they're not going
There's
down
no
like
way
that.
they're going to lose in regulation.
I said when it was 3-2, next goal wins. You tie it up.
Yeah, you're going to
overtime.
Win it, yeah. That was wild, though.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was insane. I watched it last night on.
Yeah.
They replayed the game, like short version again last night on CBC or whatever it was. It does frustrate me how they have like Sportsnet, TSN, and CBC are all just running the same feed all the time.
Yeah.
Like, just mix it up.
I love it.
We got to watch it. We got CBC Gem is great because we can watch any event whenever we want.
Yeah.
But, on TV at nighttime, I'm like, well, put the game on this channel when this is. So it kind of frustrates me a little bit. Anyway, I rewatched it last night, and what a tip. What a deflection by Suzuki, man. He's flying by, turns around, deflects it down between the legs. Glorious. It was, phenomenal deflection. And I've said it all along. I think 3-on-3 at the Olympics is a brilliant idea.
Well, Skip Bayless said maybe NHL. Are you listening?
Skip Bayless? What
did you see his tweet?
No. Well, I don't know. I don't want to know.
I'd like you to.
I know. I'm not. I refuse to type.
Sharing the same joy and exuberance that
you
I
tell
felt,
me because if I type Skip Bayless into Twitter, I'm going to start getting a bunch of Skip Bayless algorithm stuff, and the man's an idiot.
So check this out.
He always has been.
So check this out. Where is it here?
What do you say? The NHL goes 3-on-3 overtime?
14 hours ago. Caps lock. We win in overtime. Period. USA beats Sweden in Olympic hockey. 3-on-3 is much more fun to watch. More open ice. More one-on-one shots on goal. Less lucky bounce, high traffic goals in front of net. Listening, NHL? and then there was a community note.
The replies must be amazing.
There's a community note right there, like a huge one. NHL already has 3v3 OT.
Like from the Twitter thing? Yeah. I'm not sure you can take anything Skip Bayless has said seriously.
The replies
for the last
are
10
great.
years.
The replies are, it's
just getting torched, as he should.
But I like how, listening, NHL?
Yeah. Hey, NHL, are you seeing this right now? He probably wants him to go to 3-on-3 full time. And I was joking about the 3-on-3 thing. If Canada loses in 3-on-3 overtime, I'm sitting here today bitching about 3-on-3 overtime in must-win games or in do-or-die games.
Like the Czech
But
coach.
it worked out well. Well, the Czech coach, this guy.
Should we read that?
The nerve of this man. We'll get to that. We're going to get to all of it as we work our way through the 6 o'clock hour.
In a sense, but I think it was bad both ways. You could have gripes both ways, especially with the.
I thought from an officiating perspective, was it really lopsided for Canada last night?
I don't think lopsided. I think you can have gripes probably both sides. I would say if you look at that with.
I think you could. There's an interference. The worst missed call of the entire game was an interference against Sidney Crosby.
Sure,
that should have been called. Mm-hmm. And we'll get to the bloody too many men thing because I got so many things to say about that. We're going to get to that here. Oh, and Paul Coffey's back. Daryl Cates airlifting in Paul Coffey despite nobody else wanting him there. So that's remarkable. Chris Knobloch having to put on a brave face yesterday and be like, yes, this is going, like, come on, man. We'll get to it. I got lots to say. I'll say this. Huge shout out to the others for doing this the day before Scalding Hot Takes. So that's great. Thank you very much. Chef's kiss. Let's lay out the show for you. Today and every day, the Nielson Show is brought to you by Reid Johnson.
Reid Johnson, whoa.
But I got lots to say. I'll say.
I love when that happens.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Cool.
We're 53 likes away from changing 100. And as Dr. J texted in this morning, says, can changing 100 refer to the number of players Czechia had on the ice for the Palat goal? Oh, Dr. J coming in hot. Could be how you get yourself in the mix for the Royal Pizza text of the day. Keep texting us in the Paris Jewelers inbox. Like I said, the Nielsen Show is brought to you by Weiss Johnson, weiss-johnson.com to book an estimate today. Get yourself a new Train furnace. Plus, right now, you get 15% off any additional mechanical system if you do it at the same time. So you're getting the furnace, but you're like, man, hot water tank needs an upgrade. Boom, 15% off, no interest for 24 months. That's what they call in the business a sweet deal. Paris Jewelers inbox is going to be busy today. Lots to discuss on the coffee front. Lots
Started
to
at
discuss.
1 in the morning.
Yeah. Great Oilers blame text at 1 a.m. from a name I'm not overly familiar with in the inbox, which I love.
But I do like the one name, like Prince.
Yeah.
Like just straight.
That's it. I'm not sure what it means, but I love it. So Paris Jewelers inbox is going to be busy. West Edmonton Mall, Kingsway, Londonderry, Sherwood Park Mall, St. Albert Center. So many places you can go to a Paris Jewelers. ParisJewelers.com. They are Canadian. They are family owned. And of course, one of your text messages will win the Royal Pizza text of the day.
Royal Pizza.
Czechia had eight guys on the ice at one point. My God. Officiating. You never cease to amaze me. Anyway, we'll get into that. Royal Pizza still making it great with the best and freshness ingredients you'll find. Top-notch service for over 55 years. Order online today, www.royalpizza.ca, or visit one of their 14 Edmonton area locations. Here's the show. We're going to get to your morning announcements coming up right away. A special Hockey Canada Prolux Lighting morning after show. Why wouldn't we? Coming off that game yesterday, Elliot Friedman needed a smoke. That's how big it was.
Was that his hand confirmed?
Oh, could you imagine if that actually was his hand in the picture he put out? Like he actually was having a cigarette?
Yes. I can.
Does Elliot Friedman actually smoke?
Well, you don't have to. You can have one. You can have a
I
Lucy
guess
every once in a while.
Yeah, maybe.
You know.
What do you call it? A Lucy?
When in Rome.
Oh, wow.
When in Milan, Cortina.
When in Milano Cortina. The key word, how about this? Back-to-back 6 o'clock days. The key word for the Cruise Flyway Ultimate Sports Weekend Edition is coming up. We're going to go there at 6:40 today. Then we'll get fired up. It's hard not to be fired up yesterday. We'll get fired up for Gemco Fireplaces around 6:45. Luke Gazdig had to move to tomorrow, so Chris Johnston steps in. The new proud papa. I'm going to refer to him as Big Daddy when he joins us.
Big Daddy.
Yeah. Hey, Big Daddy, what's up? CJ's going to be by. We'll get his thoughts on Canada surviving Czechia, the too many men, the Crosby injury. Canada gets Finland in the semis. USA, Slovakia on the other side. Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. That'll be for the Canadian women today as they take on the U.S. trying to pull off an epic upset and win the gold medal. I got beef around 7:30 today. Reid Wilkins, local legend. He's going to join us on the Firehouse Subs hotline as well. I'm going to ask him why he doesn't bring his beard back. The thumbnail today is bearded Reid Wilkins, and he just looks so good. So good. And then the 8 o'clock hour for GD Liquidators, Auctions, and Appraisals. Kind of easy trivia. 3 questions too many. Scalding hot takes today. Marmot Basin Snow Report. And the wrap for William Huff. So we've got lots on the go today. Thank you very much for being here. If you're watching on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up for us. And 6 o'clock hour brought to you by our partners over at Ewell.
Ewell, your partner in power.
Six o'clock hour, powered by Ewell, your power play specialist. They've got the gear you need for next electrical project. With 3 Edmonton area locations, you can order online anytime at ewell.ca. Ewell, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. All right, YouTube Trev, you were dancing earlier this morning. You're in a good mood. What was the vibe like here at the office when Canada won that thing?
Oh, vibe was electric, man. It was absolutely electric. I will say, so, I've been in industry now for around 3 years and covering the Oilers. I'm still a fan.
Yeah, you're a fan.
I am a fan.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, most, like if it's an OT loss, that kind of thing, I kind of get into it. I'm like, yes, like that's a huge win. But the feeling that I felt yesterday was unmatched, man. Like it kind of reminded me of Four Nations, but just if that was on steroids.
A little bit more, yeah.
Yeah, man. It was unbelievable.
Did you
awesome.
kiss Zach or Benny? Were you guys so excited?
I hugged Jazz and I hugged Maddie.
Man. You hugged Maddie Awanek?
Yes.
Wow. Maddie Awanek was dishing out hugs yesterday?
The hangout room was a little
It was
early.
packed.
But
yeah.
it was the feed was a little. It was.
So was everybody in there watching?
So we're watching in the main room.
You could have just
there.
turned it off in there and watched it out there.
Well, Maddie didn't watch it.
We could have.
Maddie
So
was
as soon as the
keeping it
hangout
on in
was
there.
finished,
He loved
everyone came out except for Maddie. Maddie stayed in there, and then everyone was out there. Gager, Belsey, Tommy, we were all kind of just chilling, but it wasn't the same. You could hear Matty be like, "Oh, make it."
And he loved doing that.
So
too.
so then Benny,
Just shut off the TV, Matt, and come on and watch with everybody else.
Yeah, so then Benny he ran to the hangout, and I'm like, okay, screw this, because they were talking Oilers, the boys, and I'm like, I don't want to talk Oilers right now. I want to watch this Team Canada game, and it was electric, man. Like, I was sitting down. Get this, I was sitting down.
You weren't saying a lot there for a bit.
Dude, I was quiet,
You had one of the chairs?
He was hunched.
Nice.
He was hunched forward.
Yeah, man. Like, I haven't been like that, and it makes me feel good, because I love that feeling. I miss that feeling, man. I really, really do. So that was just awesome to know that I can still have that passion.
In there, yeah.
But get this, I was sitting down. My heart rate spiked to 134. Sitting down. That's how intense it got, man. I didn't even know that was possible.
I love you also keeping eyes on your watch to be like,
that's
where's my
crazy.
heart rate?
I do stairs at the gym.
Yeah.
And my heart rate will get
Humble
to
brag.
150. 150.
Doing the stairs.
Yes, but I was sitting down.
Maybe you should work harder on the stairs.
Oh, well, no, it's a pretty steady pace. Like, after 5 minutes, I'm huffing and puffing.
Okay.
I wasn't even huffing and puffing, man. I was just sitting there.
And your heart was just going like crazy.
Oh, so unbelievable. It was so cool to experience that with Benny, Zach, Jazz, and Maddie. And every now and then Zach would just say something. And I'm just like, Zach, come on, watch a game. It was so funny.
And then Mitch Marner, the very man who set up McDavid for the winner at Four Nations, buries the winner in overtime. And it's funny because you go back and watch it, and I mean, Czechia's got to play him better there. Like, you got three guys sort of just reaching for it. Like, somebody needs to step. So Marner sort of cruises, so he didn't even have to go insane dangles. He sort of just found a path through them, and then a great finish, top corner, far side on the backhand. And Mitchie Marner, and I love it because Leafs fans are always like, Marner's not the guy.
Yeah,
Marner's not that guy who's going to step up in these situations. And now he has a couple of times now. To me, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's absolutely hilarious.
And also at Four Nations, he got the OT winner against Sweden as well. Game 1 last year against Sweden. He got the OT. So he does show up in big moments. And it was weird because he wasn't going in there with blazing speed or anything. I was like, it kind of looked like it was going to be a dead play. And kind of similar to Nick Suzuki's goal, how it eventually led to a goal, but it kind of just looked like a dead play. Like Nick Suzuki, you're just like, he's kind of
by himself
slow,
up there.
Led to a goal. So, yeah, it was awesome. I'll remember that forever.
Sidney Crosby. Do we have Sidney Crosby updates from today?
No, McDavid's speaking a bit, but I mean, he's out with a lower body.
They basically said Sid's day-to-day at this point.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it has to be pretty bad if Sidney Crosby doesn't return for a winner-take-all game yesterday. You know, like, obviously
Rashad Cooper not ruling Crosby out for the semifinal.
He's not going to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way Cooper's going to come out and be like, yeah, he's done. And they're gonna play this along the entire time. But that sucks. That sucks big time. It sucks for Sidney.
Yeah,
like,
I said yesterday though, like getting adversity in any game this tournament, that's the game you probably want adversity in the most. The way it ended, the way you had to fight and get the win. Like, you don't want it in the semis. That's too close to the final, in a sense. This is the game that finally matters after the preliminary round. So if any game is going to give you adversity in a B12 shot in the ass, this is the one.
Yeah.
And I said it yesterday as well. This is how movies are made. You lose a guy like Sid. You're not losing a guy like Celebrini. You're not losing a guy like McDavid. You're not losing a guy like McKinnon. You're not losing a guy like McCarr. You lose Sid. This could be a rallying moment as well for the team. Given that high emotional win, and given the fact that Sidney Crosby's great leadership, all those things, get all that. It is a deep team. You lose one of those other guys I mentioned, probably more of a detriment.
Yeah.
And I'm not downplaying his impact on the team, but it is one of those. Yesterday was one of those moments, winning the way they did, having to battle back from adversity, and then dropping and losing a guy like Sid, moving forward now and having to win too. It just feels, you get a feeling, right? You get some vapors from all of that.
Get you going a little bit.
That's a Hallmark movie, baby.
Okay, we got to talk about this Too Many Men. I don't think I'll ever forget it in my entire life because nobody noticed it. So I was at Boston Pizza watching the game, and I had a big screen behind me, but I wasn't turning around, so I was watching from a distance, so there's no way I would have noticed it. I didn't even know about it till Wannick texted our group chat with hey, look, there's 6 guys on the ice. This is one of the most baffling things I've ever seen in my entire life. Czechia had 6 dudes in the defensive zone. And Cuthbert and Mike Johnson didn't mention it. They didn't see it. They didn't pick up on it. I think if you were watching the game today, if you're honest with me, you probably didn't even notice it. The Canadian bench didn't notice it, or there would have been a huge cry for too many men. I'm not even sure like a fan in the crowd was like, hey, too many. And then Canada would have been like, yeah, there's too many. And they come all the way up the ice and score. There's 6 guys. Eventually, there were 7 guys in the goal celebration. But Rick, the immediate goal celebration had 6 guys in it. And you're like, I don't know how anybody didn't see it. Nobody saw it. Like usually it was 6 guys in the defensive zone. I mean, even the broadcast team would be like, oh, there's too many guys on the ice. But I guess everybody was so focused and on how tense it was at the moment, they didn't realize it. It was like nobody on the Canadian bench noticed an extra Czech guy in the defense, or even a guy on the ice wasn't like, hey, wait a second, there's 6 out here. Is that not, it almost seems like it never happened. And just after the fact, it was AI'd in. Like, it's insane to me that the Canadian bench didn't notice and be like, hey, there's too many. Like, I couldn't believe it. I still don't believe it. This morning, I'm like, that didn't happen.
It's weird. Too dialed in, I suppose. Like, I've never seen that before. And I immediately thought of Noodles because he went on a pretty epic rant.
He's bitched about the officials
Olympics
twice now.
He's like, well, yeah, even before, he's like, and I can't wait to see, like, you think NHL refs are bad? Like, just get ready, Canada. Like, what we're going to see is going to be just terrible.
Yeah.
And, man, like,
but nobody saw it.
Nobody.
Not a linesman, neither the refs.
Commentating. Like, yeah.
Big Uke says, Doughty said after, he was asked about it after the game. It's not a single Canadian noticed it on the ice.
Yeah.
The guy's sitting there watching the game. Like, this has to be the first too many men ever that had 6 guys in the defensive zone and 6 guys go up the ice and 2 of them change. And technically, there's one shot from behind Binnington.
Yeah.
You see 8 dudes on the ice at the same time. 6 guys in celebration. Nobody noticed it.
That's a first.
The entire time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how that's possible. It's crazy to me.
It is, because that's like one penalty. I will say it's automatic. I feel like the refs, like, you know, I always complain, oh, it's too many men. It's obvious. Look at it. They call it every time.
Yeah.
But it escaped me. Like, I didn't even, you know, maybe you're just so into the
Lots
moment,
of times you'll see them change and it'll be close. And you'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, almost too many.
Yeah.
Czechia had a dude in their own end.
Yeah.
And then all the way up the ice. Like, I'll never understand why nobody noticed it. Nobody.
Yeah. In 10 years' time, we're going to be talking about this game, and that might be the most
Thank
talked
God
about
they
thing.
didn't lose that game, because
that would have sucked. That's
I mean,
what
we
we'd
would have
be
been talking about this forever.
Yeah.
Like when you go back, hey, what's the most memorable moment about the 2026 Olympics? Oh, it's when Czechia scored with 6 guys on the ice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
that's
that photo. Like, I will, out of 6 people, like, that'll be in my like, I don't know. It's crazy. Don't have any words for it.
Absolutely piss poor officiating. And then the Czechia coach comes out after the game and basically complains. Literally, what was his quote? It was like we were playing against 6 guys out there.
It's pretty cheeky. I kind of like that.
Scored a goal.
I kind of like
with
what's doing
6 guys on the ice.
That's pretty good.
I mean, I can't, just absolutely awful officiating. And like the interference on Crosby that went uncalled too, not the one that led to his injury, but the one where he's skating in the neutral zone and gets knocked on his ass. How's that not a penalty? That's absolutely ridiculous. That had to be one of the worst officiating displays ever between those 2 moments. Like, that just blows my mind. Blows my mind. All right, and then also the Oilers dropping mid quarterfinal game for Canada. They put out a release that Paul Coffey is coming back. And the reaction yesterday was quite something. You can chime in this morning, 780-218-9999. I think the best summary that I heard anywhere yesterday was from Reid Wilkins on the Reid Wilkins Show, where he said that it kind of comes across as decade of darknessy. The helicoptering in a coach that you had to be in the offseason, you go, okay, Knobloch is your coaching staff now. So he puts his coaching staff in place. And then 6 months later, you go, Koff's going to be there too. And I know Knobloch can come on and be like, yeah, no, this is something. There's 0 chance this was Chris Knobloch. None. Confirmed. No chance this was Chris Knobloch's idea. This is obviously being thrust upon him.
Well, yeah.
He's trying to deal with it best he can. And, you know, I saw, I mean, hell, I think the Oilers put in their press release, this was our goals against average with Coffey. This is it without Coffey. So, I mean, they're basically saying that Paul Coffey's going to fix everything. I mean, that's what they're saying.
And I'm here for it.
It's remarkable.
Yeah. Like I asked you early in the week, hey, do you want to go out Friday? And you're like, yeah, sure. And then so I tell, this is like the Hernan Dom thing. We're
asking permission.
We ask Hernan, hey, you coming to BP's? He goes, yeah, I am. So now we start telling him, hey, Hernan's coming to BP's. And then at the final minute, Dom comes in and says, no, you're not. And so everything's wrong. Like it's one of those things that's a final decision made. That's the only way you can read that. And look, a lot of fans, I guess,
a lot of people are
pleased
happy
by
about
it.
it.
You see the numbers. You just mentioned it. I mean, it's crystal clear there. Mark Stewart will stay on some video stuff, not necessarily running the bench. That's now Coffey. And so...
but this is not normal, people. Okay? Like, I know some people are happy, and I'm happy for you. If you're happy about this, I'm happy for you. But let's not pretend for a second this is normal. Let's not pretend for a second that this was Chris Knobloch's idea and he's totally okay with it.
But what is normal?
Let's not pretend for a second
this is normal.
That this is anything outside of the owner and maybe another of his advisors appointing another one of his advisors to get back behind the bench. Like, and let's also not pretend that this is something that true contenders do. Like, give me the examples. I'll sit here all day. I'll sit here all day and wait for it. Give me the examples of a true contender who puts a coaching staff in place, takes an assistant coach that was on the team the last couple of years, removes him, and then 6 months later says, hey, he's back. I'll sit here and wait. Give me the examples of true contenders doing something like that. And I saw some people say, you know, it's not. I saw a lot of takes yesterday that were basically pretending that Coffey's replacing Knobloch. Like, Dusty, it's not normal.
No, it's
not normal for a team to change coaching staffs every 3. This is not normal. This is a very unique Daryl Cates Edmonton Oilers situation. It might work, but don't sit there and act like this is like, oh yeah, this is brilliant. This will only happen here. Only happen here.
That's why it's normal. It's another day in oil country.
Give me a list of examples over the last 20 years where a team that people want to believe is a true contender go out and do something like this. I mean, unless he's bringing Brett Kulak back with him, your third pair is still going to suck. Wallman's completely fallen off. I guess what they're saying is that all of these defensemen will 100% be better with Paul Coffey in place. And if that's the case, you might as well take Chris Knobloch out back and old yeller him. Because what are we doing here? 780-218-9999. 780. Like I said, though, if you're happy for it, I'm happy for you. I'm happy you're happy. But I'm also not going to sit here this morning and have a city act like this is normal process for a National Hockey League team. Because it's not.
For this one, it is.
Yeah, for this one, it is. Which, like, it's just... I mean... Whatever. Whatever.
Look, hot takes 8:30.
I don't know if Paul Coffey coming back is going to stop Tristan Jarry from flying side to side and kicking out massive rebounds. Like,
well, but maybe he will.
All right. Let's get to a sports update. We're going to do your Prolux Lighting morning after show, and then we'll get fired up around 6:45 today for Gemco fireplaces. We'll come back around to the coffee thing. So I want your takes on it. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999 if you want to chime in.
Jace has a good one. The Bears Jewelers inbox. We'll get to that. I fired up, but...
yeah, we'll save that one for fired up. Let me make a note here.
Just didn't want to forget
Jace. Oh, and we have to get to that one that came in at 1:30 in the morning for fired up as well.
The one named...
What's that? Monroski? Monroski. We'll get to Monroski's 1:30 a.m. text as well. So that's coming up. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM this morning, don't go anywhere. Couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update, then you're back with us. If you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com or over on YouTube, thank you very much for streaming the station. We love you for it. Let's get to a sports update. That's what you're going to get. Are you ready to treat your feet with Paramount Flooring? Visit them in store at 10707 184th Street on the West End or online at ParamountFlooring.ca. Here's the update.
Canada's women's hockey team goes for gold later this morning as Canada will take on the USA. Puck drop scheduled for 11:10. The bronze medal game between Switzerland and Sweden underway. Men's hockey semifinals are set from yesterday. Canada will face Finland tomorrow at 8:40. Slovakia take on the USA in another semifinal at 1:10. Over to curling, Rachel Homan taking on South Korea. That game has been delayed due to snow. Obviously outside the rink this morning. Scheduled start time now 6:30. The Canadian women need a win in their final round-robin game to secure a berth in the semis. Brad Jacobs, meanwhile, he is in the semis, losing to Norway earlier today, 8-6 to wrap up round-robin play. Jacobs Rink will take on Norway again in semifinal action at 11:05 later this morning. Canada capturing bronze in the women's 3,000-meter short track relay. And short track speed skater Stephen Dubois winning gold in the men's 500-meter speed skating. Canada medal count sitting at 14, 4 gold, 4 silver, and 6 bronze. NBA regular season schedule picks up again tonight with 10 games, one of which will see the Raptors on the road to take on the Bulls. And opening round action at the Genesis Invitational gets underway this morning as the event returns to the Riviera Golf Course, Los Angeles. Nick Taylor, Taylor Pendrith, and Corey Connors, the trio of Canadians set to tee off. Sports update brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Our in-house team handles everything from selections to completion, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit our showroom 7 days a week or at paramountflooring.ca.
A special day, bagpipes fired up and the nasty bash is underway, and we know that there's a special place where all the AM nasties can party for just a single day. We are just living the dream since leaving 1260. Beers at Fergie's place with that trash TV. The Elks did make us proud, and boy, it caused a scene. Cash J's play of the day, and everybody screamed, oh, it just had begun. All the boys and girls, nasty bash at the club. Oh, mama, we're just having fun. Troy was dancing with wheels. It's where we belong down at Fergie's Rugby Club. We're gonna keep on bashing at Fergie's Rugby Club. We'll be two-step dancing over on the hardwood. We're gonna keep on bashing at Fergie's Rugby Club. Fergie's Rugby Club. Fireball shots and Corey B's wife's on the floor. Atif's stuck in the bathroom and Tony changing beds outside the door. Big Uke and a 6 o'clocker can. Dusty pours it on his head. Now he's a made man. Nelson had a crazy dream. Honey dill for him to eat. Christian from Winnipeg, you've been too good to he. Tread's grandma won't be proud, 'cause in his car he'd sleep. Tommy sees another girl, you know he's gonna scream. Oh, we just have begun. All the boys and girls, nasty bash at the club. Oh, mama, we're
6:37 on the Nielson Show. Thank you very much for being here. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio this morning. 3-piece bone-in chicken, just $8. 3 plump, juicy, hand-battered, marinated for 12 hours. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious at all Popeyes locations. If you haven't had it yet, you're cheating yourself. And Edmonton Sports Talk, today, every day, all day, brought to you by our partners over at Play Alberta. Download the Play Alberta app today or check out playalberta.ca. Click on EST specials. We've always got something there for you. Lots of text messages flying in.
Yeah.
We'll continue with the Paul Coffey
I'm highly entertained
situation as well. There's a lot of text messages to get to, and we'll sort through many of those. But I do want to come back around and give Mitch Marner a conch, shall we? Hey. Mitchy Marner!
Maple Leaf after all.
Finally has success.
Just
with
not
a maple
blue,
leaf on
right?
his chest.
It's-
Yeah. Makes sense. It was always just the wrong color of maple leaf for Mitch Marner. You know, when he's not on the Leafs, I actually kind of like Mitch Marner. Now, it's going to be tough because the Oilers are probably going to play his team in the second round of the playoffs, and they're going to hate Mitch Marner. But I kind of like Mitch Marner.
Yeah, I mean, why would you? I mean, aside from again donning the white and blue maple leaf sweater, there's not much to hate there. Tidy player.
All right, let's hit it. I think I mostly want to do this just because I missed the Prolux Lighting morning after show song. But let's dive into a little Prolux Lighting morning after show.
Are we doing
we?
super stats? And 4 stars.
Well, I mean, as much as we can with Olympic hockey.
Struggling to get.
But what's the big moment that happened? What's the big moment that happened in this hockey game yesterday?
Well, the winner.
I'm going to throw
the tire.
I'm going to throw the
tying
Binnington
goal?
save.
Okay.
Binnington breakaway save with a minute left.
Okay.
I mean, if he doesn't make that save, Marner doesn't have a chance to be a hero.
And a question mark going into yesterday's game, depending on how goaltending played. You win the game, that's fine, but how do you win the game, right? And that was the question mark we had, was goaltending.
Yeah.
Coming out of that game, regardless if you win, how does it look?
I mean, the thing with Binnington is that overall yesterday, I wasn't like, this guy's incredible. But he made a huge save in overtime.
When it matters, though.
And he made a huge save on a breakaway with a minute left.
Big moments, like Mitchy Marner.
I can't remember what it was. I think it maybe somewhere on Twitter yesterday or something. I saw, I can't remember where it was, but somebody was just like, man, he led in 3 goals. I might go to Logan Thompson in the semifinal. And don't get me wrong, I like Logan Thompson. But Jordan Binnington has passed every major test that you've asked of him for this Team Canada over the last two tournaments. So, I mean, he comes up with big saves. That's what he does. Like when they got that breakaway with a minute left, I said, how does this happen? How are you giving up a breakaway with a minute left in this hockey game? But Binnington came up big again. Trav, your thoughts on Binnington?
He's a little bit of a weird guy, a little bit of an odd duck.
Yeah, nobody's saying he's not.
Definition of clutch, man. Like, it's so weird. Like early on, he looked a little shaky. So the people that are saying that, they're just judging off of what they saw from the first period, maybe. But when it's crunch time and when it matters, he has yet to fail Canada.
Yeah, right? Like
in the Four Nations, man, there was so many opportunities where my heart skipped a beat. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
I mean, in that overtime, the U.S. probably deserved to win that game, the Four Nations game.
Yes,
like they were all over
absolutely
him.
Yeah.
And Binnington was incredible.
No, yeah, absolutely. And then, yeah, the 2 chances there, the 1 breakaway, which, I mean, the 1 angle, man, like that's a goal scorer's goal. Like that was so close to going in, but he's got ice in his veins. And then in OT, he came out so far to make a save. I think it was on Hurdle.
Oh, he was way up there. I mean, if Hurdle
so
fakes that
far.
and goes wide, the whole nation's going, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But he was, how far was he outside of the crease when he made that? Like, that was nuts.
2 to 3 feet, at least.
He's a little unorthodox, but he finds a way, man.
I like that type of goalie. I really do. So it was awesome. I nothing but good things to say.
All right, super stat of the night. What are you going to go with, Rick?
Too many skaters on the ice.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's the stat for me. And I think visually better also had that wolf dog running on the ice. He kind of superimposed that dog.
Oh, the dog from the cross country skiing or whatever.
Team. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of funny, actually. That's pretty good. I'm gonna go 3 more points for Celebrini, man. Like this kid, and he is a kid. Like he's 19. He continues to impress. Opens the scoring. Then is on the power play because Crosby can't, and helps set up the McKinnon goal by getting that puck down to Connor, and then he's the guy who drops it to Marner in the neutral zone that leads to the winner. So I'm gonna go 3-point night for Celebrini, and this guy is absolutely phenomenal, and probably got to be worried that in 2 years when McDavid becomes an unrestricted free agent, he goes to San Jose to play with him. That's how good the chemistry is.
Oh, you saw in the X yesterday. Yeah, there was.
No, I didn't see.
Oh, there were accounts saying that.
Oh, like legitimately?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I was kind of joking about it right now.
No, yeah. Oh, no, there are.
Okay.
The internet's a wild place, man.
He's just buddying up. Like, they're just buddies. Like, McDavid's just grabbing him at every opportunity.
I like when they're sitting on the bench and he,
him.
like, taps his head. I was
Yeah,
just like,
he's
oh, that's
hugging
so
him.
nice.
I wonder how Leon is reacting to this.
You think Leon like secretly hates Celebrini?
Yeah, I don't think he likes it.
I like that theory.
He's on his PJ right now, flying home. He's
just watching it. Who's this guy?
What is this?
Who's this guy? This is unbelievable.
What about me, Connor? What about me, huh?
Do they even do 3 stars for these games? I don't think they do, actually.
I'll give them to me. Who do you got?
I don't know. My 3 stars. Okay, my 3 stars last night would have been. Well, you know how it is. I go first star Mitch Marner because he scores the game-winning goal in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then I probably would go second star. I might be a bit of a homer here.
Well, Czechia the home team. I probably listed, so you got to give one of them.
Yeah, I'd probably go second star Dostal, third star Celebrini.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you would do it if you're like
I like that.
mixing it in?
I don't mind the Dostal.
Dostal faced 41 shots.
Yeah,
I mean,
awesome.
he was pretty good once again. So there's that. And then the least valuable player of the game. I don't know. It was a phenomenal game. I mean, what can you do? But it does get us to what I really wanted here.
Give it to me.
Oh, it's been too long, man.
It's the bright light of the night. You need products lighting in the life. The bright light.
The bright light of the night. Yes, I love it. It's the Prolux Lighting, bright light of the night, simplifying lighting with service you can count on, baby. Covering all of Alberta. Visit Prolux.com today. Commercial lighting, residential lighting, industrial lighting. They've got you covered. It's your Prolux Lighting, bright light of the night. It's Mitch Marner, man.
Mitchie.
Saves the nation.
Mitchell.
Yesterday. Mitchie Marner. You're our hero, Mitch. That was pretty impressive on his part. And a great shot from that angle on the backhand far side. Like, there's a reason that Dostal's overplaying it a little bit because he's not thinking that he's going to be capable of doing that in that moment. But sure enough, Mitch Marner had other plans. So there's that for you. Also, I did say yesterday that Mitch Marner would be the guy that could step up and be a hero.
Yeah.
And he did immediately.
That's big.
So Canada gets Finland now. Finland? I mean, it was a great day of hockey yesterday. Finland's down 2-0 with less than 10 minutes to go, and Switzerland's thinking, man, we've got a ticket to the semifinals at the Olympics. This is phenomenal. But then Finland had other ideas. Sebastian Aho buries one. Who tied the game for them? Can't remember who tied the game. And then Lehkonen wins it on a breakaway in overtime with a pretty slick shot, top corner. And Finland advances. And then the United States, they win in overtime. Quinn Hughes puts on the old Superman cape. So the United States will get Slovakia. I mean, the U.S. should beat Slovakia, but people have been selling Slovakia short the entire tournament. So we'll see what happens there. And then Canada gets Finland, and Canada is obviously a pretty decent-sized favorite against Finland, but Finland will keep this hockey game close. I mean, I'd be shocked if Canada runs away with it against the Finns.
More
Finland,
quality up
Finland
and
will
down
hang
than the Czech team.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so that's...
Yeah.
And look what
and
yesterday,
UC Saros has had an excellent tournament so far.
Yeah.
So that should be a great game, and that'll be going tomorrow morning at 8:40. So we'll get you set up on that one.
Are you saying a beer of the week?
Well, we're gonna be drinking beer while the game's
leading
on.
into.
Oh, geez.
I know during the game will be on.
Yeah, but kind of 8:30.
What do we got for beer of the week?
Yeah, I do. Do we have a scouting
I'll
report?
I'll tell you in 1 second here. Let's see, beer of the week.
Let's get a good one.
Okay, the beer of the week
Nice stout.
it's a cider. Just kidding.
I was gonna say it's
I totally got you. I conch for funny jokes. Oh God.
You are truly hilarious.
Now, with that being said, when we do ciders, we'll suck it up.
In the spirit of...
actually,
great.
I will say this. Adam from the Odd Company's coming in, and he's bringing his Lambrusco Sour. But they're probably also going to bring a bunch of other beers.
They have that dark lager.
They're going to be... Do they have a dark lager that you like?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've the...
that's a good one. That's a good one.
The Odd Duck Mulled Lambrusco Sour. 4-pack on for $13.99 right now with Odd Brewing and Odd Company, rather. And they're going to join us in studio tomorrow. So we'll be crushing some bevies, as only we can do on a Friday morning.
What a time to be alive, boys. Beers on Friday, hanging out with my best buds.
That's us.
That's you guys.
I'm going to have a best buddy song on Friday for the big Canada game.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I would like that.
Yeah,
Very
like
much.
a national pride best buddy song.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see what I can work with, boys.
Okay.
Let's see what I can come up with.
See what you can.
Hey, let's see what I can do.
Hit the studio.
Somebody mess with this pole that I've got these monitors on.
Something's definitely.
The
I don't
angle
know.
seems off a little bit.
Am
on
I
me.
sitting in the proper place?
driving me nuts.
It was completely like sideways.
It's
like the
sideways, right?
monitor.
Like this should be turned, and
Are
then.
you happy with the TV too? Am I?
Well, I don't know. I always think whoever sits in that chair is a little bit over the TV.
So do I need to?
Oh, I love it. I love it there. And then Trev, you can no, don't go that far. Well, you're one of my best buddies. Buddies got to stay close together, right?
Just peek around.
Buddies got to just.
Hello.
All right, we're gonna get to a bunch of text messages here. We're gonna circle back around to the Paul Coffey conversation.
Get your hazmat suit on.
Yeah, because it's about to get fired up in here. There's some text today that I'll say this: the Coffey thing could lead to a possible text of the year candidate.
Probably.
Like it's that juicy today in the old Paris Jewelers inbox. Like there's one here, they don't have a handle on their text, but it is funny. Let's get fired up. Go ahead, Trev.
Do we have to quickly do the word for the trip giveaway? 640.
You're a show hero, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
You are a show hero. Nice work, Trev. I was going to get carried away. I'm so fired up to get back to the coffee conversation. I just want to double check that I've got the right word. We're going to give you the key word for the Ultimate Sports Weekend, which will go from April 9th to April 12th. And today's keyword, you'll text it to the Cruise contest line. What's today's date, boys? The 19th? Yeah, I do have the right word. All right, so here we go. You're going to text us to the Cruise contest line. And best of luck to everybody. It's Cruise FM and Macamee College presenting the Cruise Flyaway Ultimate Sports Weekend Edition. Powered by River Cree Resort and Casino, Rocket Out Salon, Smile Haven, and Solera Hot Tubs. You'll get round-trip flights, money for accommodations. On Friday, April 10th, you get the afternoon game, the Dodgers and Rangers. Then that night, you get the Lakers and Suns. And then the next day, you get Edmonton versus Panarin and the Kings, which could be a pretty good game, depending on how the month of March goes for all of these teams in the Pacific. So Edmonton versus the Kings, Lakers, Suns, Dodgers, Rangers, round-trip flights, money for accommodations. All you have to do today is text the word WIN, W-I-N, text WIN to 780-989-0957. That's the Cruise contest line, 780-989-0957.
Not like Spurgeon win.
No, not W-I-N-N, but the modern day WIN, W-I-N. Text WIN to 780-898-0957. Not to our text line, but to the Cruise contest line, 780-989-0957. If you miss any of the details on this trip, you can go to 957cruisefm.ca and you can find more of the details over there. Once again, that keyword today is WIN, 780-989-0957. Good looking out, Trev. All right, let's get fired up for Gemco Fireplaces. They've been proudly serving Edmonton in the area for 45 years as the authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. Paul Coffey is back on the bench with the Edmonton Oilers. If you were watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs. Hey, changing 100, Trev. Let's go. Let's do it.
Changing 100.
Let's keep them going. You can text us as well. So there's lots of texts to get to. I do want to start with this one. They do not have a handle, but the text says, "Morning, boys." Kate says, "I'm going to Tim's. Does anybody want anything?" Knobloch replies, "Sure, I'll have a coffee." Kate, here you go.
Yeah,
it's pretty simple.
It's good,
but it's fun.
Yeah.
Like that's fun to me. That's a pretty.
Or it'd
fun
be
one.
like Knobloch saying, "No, I'm good, thanks." And Kate's returning with a coffee.
Oh, I thought you said you want a coffee. No, I said I'm good, thanks. All right, let's keep the text messages coming in here. Adam in Quebec City says, "The Coffey rehiring gives me so much bar soap opera vibes. Like today on Days of Our Oilers, the head coach thought he got rid of makes a shocking return, and much more on Days of Our Oilers."
Explain it to me in Game of Thrones terms, Like there's got to be some sort of an it does have that type of feeling, right?
Yeah.
Where you have and
it is a little soap opera for sure.
Yes.
100%. Shane the Sparky says maybe inserting Coffey into the situation wakes the team up. Maybe it does. And maybe it does.
Well, it's coffee.
Oh, wakes the team up. Oh, God. See, I don't drink coffee,
so
I don't get all of the coffee parts. But you as a coffee drinker, like you're drinking coffee right now, right?
Absolutely.
All right, 780-218-9999 is where you can chime in. I want to get to the text that came in at, what time is it? 1:34 in the morning from Monroski. Monroski texts in and says, so this is at 1:30 in the morning. And he goes, still thinking about Coffey coming back. I like to imagine Monroski laying in bed. Like, I should probably sleep. I've been laying here for 2.5 hours. But I can't stop thinking about Coffey returning.
That meme where she's lying there.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably thinking about other girls. He's just got Paul Coffey's face.
Is Coffey going to fix everything? Like, that's his, yeah, he's got Paul Coffey's face.
Just the face.
Above him. Okay, so Monroski texts us in at 1:30 this morning. And, hey, if you're fired up, good or bad, are you like super pumped and this is it? They're back, they're cup contenders? Or do you look at it and go, why are you bringing back a coach that the main coach said you didn't want on his staff to start the year? Monroski says, still thinking about Coffey coming back. This tells me that management believes in themselves and their roster choices. Looks like blame goes to the coach for line choices, player minutes, and utilization. It's a tough look when we've had the same holes to plug for years and arguably took a step back on defense this year. I agree that Knobloch leans on the same crutches every other coach has, but give him more depth and he may not need to. It's great to trust your bench, but depth pieces aren't showing up when it counts. That's Monroski in the middle of the night. Your thoughts on all of it, 780-218-9999. Vance Van Vandersvan says, I feel bad for Coffey. It's like getting back with your ex, but your ex is still hanging out with what was their new girlfriends group. Right? So you're back with her, but she's still going out with the new girls that she started to go out with once you broke up, and you're like, oh man, she's living this other life now, but I'm trying to get back with her. Like that's interesting. Garth Vader texts in and says the defense will be sick with Coffey back there. There you go.
Hampton Steve says Knobloch and Stewart just got their authority castrated.
Yeah, like I said, you might as well take Knobloch out back and old Yeller him. Like, this is the ultimate. But then again, you were wrong.
That's not going to happen.
We're bringing this
right?
back in.
Everybody thinks now.
Yeah.
But you're just going to keep it as it is. Like, you're not moving away. Like, this doesn't necessarily mean they're moving away from Knobloch. They're going to keep him there. But again, it's in that castrated position. As you say, you might as well just go forward with everything.
Yeah, I mean, they basically got into a Knobloch.
You're kind of going halfway here.
It's your bench, but it's not your bench now.
Exactly. Yeah.
And, I mean, the Coffey's got to be the only senior advisor who's on the bench in the National Hockey League again. I guess his job will be come in. I know Knobloch talked about it a little bit yesterday, basically said Coffey will run the bench during games defensively. So we'll see if that works. I mean, maybe there's a bounce back for Darnell Nurse. He's been off this year. Wallman, I hear mixed things about Wallman so far in his time with the Oilers. So we'll see how that goes. And then obviously he's got Stastny to work with. He's never had him, and got a dose of Emerson, so he'd be a little bit familiar with Emerson. I don't think anybody fixes Regula to the point where you can play him consistently. So we'll see how that sorts itself out. But there's so it works. Let's say it was. So what happens if it works? If it works, is Coffey willing to be here next year again?
Well,
is that a thing, or does it work? And what is working? Because a lot of people will text in and go, Knobloch's taking him as far as he can go. He'll never win the big game. Well, can you not say the same thing about Paul Coffey as the defensive coach on this team? I mean, they were a coaching staff together that wasn't able to win the big game. So I guess you're putting Coffey back in there to try to get back to the Stanley Cup final again, but we know it's a combination that hasn't worked twice already. So if you're going to rip Knobloch for not getting the job done in the last 2 Stanley Cup finals, how are you sitting here praising Coffey and bringing him back when they accomplished the same thing together? So if it works, do you just run it all back next year? Or if it works, do you go, and if it doesn't work, what if it doesn't work? What if they get eliminated in the first round of the playoffs? Then are you blowing everybody out? But you're telling the new coach who comes in, hey, you can pick your own staff again, but Koff's going to be there probably too. Like, I don't know. It's got to work. Like, it has to work, or else it. Oh wow. If it does, I'll say this: I'm very concerned about what happens if it doesn't work. Like then what happens? Because you've already shown a lack of confidence in Knobloch by doing this. Okay, so now what if it doesn't work? Then who's making decisions on this? I don't even think this wasn't even a Jeff Jackson, Stan Bowman decision. This is the owner taking his advisor and putting him on the bench. Like, there's no way that Stan Bowman created this idea. This is not his thing.
No.
So
not from what we've seen in past decisions.
If it doesn't work, I still think they'll get to at least a series against Vegas in the second round. And with the roster that's currently constructed, if they lose to Vegas in the second round, I'll be disappointed, but I'll be like, well, this wasn't the team this year.
There is a baked-in reason.
Yeah,
if they don't, right? We've been saying it since the start of the season.
But then it doesn't work. Knobloch's extension doesn't even kick in until this summer. You're going to blow him out
and bring in Gulletson.
And continue to allow Bowman and Jackson to make personnel decisions and hire another coaching staff, but still keep Coffey on the bench there too? Like, I don't know. It's very interesting if it doesn't work. And they laid it out that their goals against average with Coffey around was much, much better. So maybe Coffey is the ultimate team defense whisperer, because I think that's where the issues kind of are. And if it does work, then I still don't think they're going to win Stanley Cup. I could be wrong, but
it's like HR Daddy bringing in Phrase to co-host with you right now or something.
No, it's
no, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of a the whole uniform of who's supposed to do what and what's supposed to go where and who it's and then so you're right. And if that doesn't, you're kind of going all in here. If it doesn't work, then you're saying, well, then what's the point of doing all this and screwing up all these relationships? It goes back to that castrated coach comment from the Paris Jewelers inbox. How I know it's not time for feelings, but how does everybody answer to each other then? If you got a special agent on the bench now that's been sent down, special advisor, all that, then as you say too, in the hypothetical world, you're bringing in a new staff, say, and it's like, yeah, you do your thing. But that guy down there, and he's just kind of, here I am, and I'm going to be.
This is me going to Reid Wilkins and saying, hey, man, you got a great show, but I'm going to let you make your decisions now moving forward, and you can have your own producer and your own co-host. And he goes, okay, glue guy's gone. I don't want to work with Jay anymore.
Sure.
And I go, okay.
Yeah.
Then I watch the show for 5 months and go, actually, hey, Reed, glue guy's back.
Yeah, okay. That's
tell me how that's
going to look. That's the example. That looks a little strange to me.
You can take the bus out of the parking lot, but you can't take the boys off the bus or whatever. That text flies in.
All right, 780-218-9999. Chris Johnston is going to join us. We're running a little bit late. 6 o'clock hour has been brought to you by Ewell. Mitch Marner, a Canadian hero. We'll get into that, and we'll get CJ's thoughts on how the Coffey thing looks from outside the market. So we'll get into that as well. 6 o'clock hour has been brought to you by Ewell. Check them out at ewell.ca. If you are listening on TuneIn or iHeart today or over on YouTube, we've got a sports update for you. If you're on 95.7, couple minutes of traffic or a couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update, then you are back with us. The sports update is brought to you by Expedia Cruises. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBella Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. Call 780-970-4834. Ooh, and a nice little tidbit of news on the trip that I'll get to coming up in the second hour of the show as well. But for right now, here's the update with LT.
Canada's women's hockey team goes for gold later this morning at 11:10 when they take on the USA. Bronze medal game already underway. Can tell you an updated score, and that's still scoreless. 5 minutes left in the first between Sweden and Switzerland. Of course, men's hockey semifinals decided. Canada face Finland tomorrow at 8:40. Slovakia take on the USA at 1:10. Rachel Homan on the ice. Her rink need a win in its final round-robin game to secure a berth in the semis. They are currently up 2-0 on Korea in the third, and South Korea holding the hammer. Brad Jacobs' rink falling earlier today in their round-robin finale, 8-6 to Norway. They'll take on Norway again in semifinals action later this morning at 11:35. Canada capturing bronze in the women's 3,000-meter short track relay. As well, Canadian short track speed skater Stephen Dubois winning gold in the men's 500-meter speed skating. Canada now sit 4 gold, 4 silver, and 6 bronze for a total of 14 medals. NBA regular season schedule resumes later tonight. 10 games on it. Raptors are in action. They're in Chicago to take on the Bulls. An opening round play at the Genesis Invitational gets underway this morning as the event returns to the Riviera Golf Course in Los Angeles. Nick Taylor, Taylor Pendrith, and Corey Connors, the trio of Canadians set to tee off. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises, Northeast Edmonton, to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. Call 780-970-4834.
Ever since he was a young boy, he hasn't been very tall. From Zona up to Edmonton, he's the oil fireball. Yeah, we ain't seen nothing like him, don't need no Taylor Hall. With a quick, hard snapshot, goal scored by Josh Archibald. He flies around the ice rink with terror in his eyes, hitting all the G-men, all the bigger guys. He plays with inspiration, bounces up when he falls. With a quick, hard snapshot, goal scored by Josh Archibald. He's a PK wizard, he clears the zone so quick. A PK wizard's got such an active stick. How do you think he does it? I don't know what makes him so good. Ain't got no detractors, cause he works hard and tries. Even Gregor likes him, stick is the right size. Always makes the right play, he's not afraid to brawl. With a quick, hard snapshot, goal scored by Josh Archibald.
It's almost time, the ice is calling. The crowd's alive, the pucks are falling. New faces skating on the line. Howard Savoy, will they bring fire? Fuel our dreams, take us higher. Oh, Oilers, let's go all the way. Defense strong, goes today.
All right, 7:07 on the Nielson Show. Thank you very much for being here at the Nielson Show today and every day. Brought to you by our partners over at Weiss Johnson. Check out weiss-johnson.com today to book an estimate. Second hour of the show looks a little bit like this. We got I Got Beef coming up around 7:30. We'll have your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day around 7:25. Reid Wilkins is going to join us on the Firehouse Subs hotline around 7:45 today.
You can text us anytime in the Paris Jewelers inbox, and one of your text messages will win the Royal Pizza text of the day. We're going to head to that Firehouse Subs hotline right now as well with our GS Construction Hockey Insider today, who is Chris Johnston. For more than 5 decades, GS has been proud to serve our community, and once again, they are hiring. GS is looking for experienced top men, pipe layers, and operators. Visit gsconstruction.ca and click on careers to find out more. All right, let's go to Big Daddy, Chris Johnston, joining us on the show for the first time since having a baby boy. How's life been, Chris?
It's been awesome, man. Filled my heart with joy, challenged my sleep patterns a little bit, but it's been a great week. Son Ryder was born last Wednesday, so we're 8 days in now, and happy to report everyone's healthy, and life will never be the same.
Life will never be the same, but for good reasons. With that being said, how is he sleeping? Are you getting a little bit of sleep or what?
He is. He's actually no challenges sleeping or eating. It's just he's got to do a lot. He's got to do a lot of eating. So he's up. It's not extended sleeps necessarily, but yeah, everything's good. And I'm lucky. Obviously, my partner takes care of a lot of the heavy lifting there, so I can't complain.
Did you have him in your arms while you watched Canada Czechia yesterday and say, "This is something you'll remember for the rest of your life"?
I did. He's actually binging. I've been doing kind of the early shift in the morning, and obviously games start out here 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So he's been watching a lot of Olympic hockey, not just the Canada games with me. And we put in a full shift on the couch yesterday, and I watched parts of all 4 of those quarterfinals and most of the games, frankly.
All right. Well, that's perfect for us then, because we got lots to discuss coming out of these games with Canada surviving Czechia. I mean, Czechia has, they've kind of been this team in a lot of international events for the last 20 years. Like, Czechia does find ways to hang around. They go up. And it might just be because you so passionately want Canada to win. But when Czechia scored there, I got extremely nervous. And I was thinking the only path here is probably an empty net goal, or goal with the empty net pulled, because outside of McDavid and Celebrini, they hadn't got much. And then Suzuki deflects it to tie it, and Marner wins it in overtime. And just massive for Canada to win that game in the fashion they did, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a high wire act at the end, and that would have been a disaster. I mean, there's no way around the fact that if Canada went out in the quarters, even while you're giving the other countries credit, and rightfully so, that would have been an absolute disaster. And so the fact they found a way through a game like that where they lose Sidney Crosby as well, which, I think it has practical challenges on the ice. I think it brings some other challenges in terms of the bench and the dressing room and everything, given how important he is to the program, that he wears the C for this team. And you're right, there just wasn't a lot to build off of. They actually had a really nice stretch there in the second period where I think they dominated play for a long period of time. They get the McKinnon goal to tie it up, but then you get into the third and you're down 3-2 and time's ticking away pretty quickly. So, I do think it's a game that might benefit you. We might look back in the end and say that turned everything because they weren't challenged in their first 3 games in the preliminary round. But it doesn't get any easier against Finland tomorrow. I think you'll see a similar style of play where, what the Czechs did a good job of, I thought yesterday was, they counterattacked pretty well. Obviously they were outshot by a pretty big margin by Canada, but they created some chances in transition, and then they scored a power play goal. And that's kind of the path to beating a better country, is you get good goaltending and you're opportunistic. And, Czechia was this close to perhaps being in the semifinals themselves.
Yeah, just to echo what you said, I did think yesterday, going through that whole, and you mentioned the preliminary round and kind of the ease in which Canada went through that, probably the best time to face a little adversity in a tournament such as this, coming right into that quarterfinal. You don't want to leave it too late. The Crosby thing too, and I said, maybe hot take-ish, but of all the players to go down, this is one that could provide a rallying point for this locker room and this team in a sense. But I just want to get your thoughts too, because we were talking about Jordan Binnington yesterday, and the fact that maybe if you win that game and it's a bit of a Wild West shootout in a sense, and he lets in a few, but when called upon yesterday, we've seen it, 4 Nations, big moments, big-time player, big moments.
Yeah, I mean, the Natchez breakaway in the last 90 seconds or whatever it was, that's insane. The game could have turned right there. What are we talking about today if that puck goes in? We're doing a full scale, where they went wrong with the roster building, all this stuff. But Binnington makes it moot. And quite honestly, the overtime in the Four Nations Championship game was like that. I'm sure most people never rewatched it, but the U.S. had the best chances in that overtime, and he made some ridiculous.
He was incredible.
Exactly. He made ridiculous saves, and then McDavid scores a winning goal, and everybody gets to be happy for a year that cheers for this program. But at this point, I don't think there can be any question about the way he does step up in those games, and it's nothing against Logan Thompson, who was good in his start in this tournament. Frankly, I think Darcy Kemper could handle these assignments, but there's a little bit of the feeling of the unknown with them. Whereas at least with Binnington, you've just seen it time and time again in these moments that he can make the one stop that can help them win. And so I think they're going to live with him or potentially die with him, but I don't think there's any question who's starting tomorrow.
NHL insider Chris Johnston with us on the Nielson Show this morning. I am still trying to wrap my head around how nobody on the Canadian bench saw the too many men. None of the officials saw the too many men. Any of us watching live, I don't think picked up the too many men. The broadcast team didn't pick up the too many men. When I woke up this morning, it was like, did it not happen? Did it not exist? Did you notice it at the time, Chris? Or is this something that everybody glossed over? Like, I cannot believe the bench, nobody on the bench was like, wait a second. There's 6 guys out there right now in the defensive zone involved in the play. I've never seen anything like it.
I didn't notice it. The only thought that I had in real time was it's weird that they didn't do a better job kind of defending that rush. I thought it seemed like they were confused, and it turns out they probably had a good reason to be confused. Like, Palat wasn't supposed to be on the ice, and he's obviously the one who ends up scoring that goal and leading the rush up there. So what a strange thing. And that would have been an all-timer. I mean, if we talk about the doors we didn't walk through, but if that ends up being the winning goal,
man,
and all this comes out 20 minutes after the final buzzer on Twitter, on X, effectively, is where I first saw it. And then, obviously everyone's commenting on it today. I saw Connor McDavid say that he was angry about it. I think that's the right reaction. I mean, if anything else, you can be mad at the refs, but the fact that Canadian bench didn't catch it, that there's no one reviewing those goals that would have got it. I mean, I don't know what the process is. If it had been found right away, could they review that? I'm not sure they could. But, the truth is that went undetected for some period of time by everybody that has power to potentially change what happened. And it is pretty shocking. So I'm sure whatever was going on in the coach's room is going to be different now in terms of reviewing every goal right away in a certain way. But that was a very strange play. I still don't know exactly how it happened. I'm assuming Palat jumped on the ice and someone who was supposed to come off didn't. Why wasn't the Czech bench even yelling at someone to get off? That's usually
nobody saw it. It's just
that's usually what happens, right? Usually you're alerted to too many men because there's a lot of chaos at the one bench because they're like, oh, your guy didn't come off. Anyway, it'll be a cute footnote, I suppose, but there's no good side of that if you're Canada. There's no good side of that if you're the referees. I mean, that could have been just a crushing goal for the country and for all this buildup after 12 years. That could have eliminated Canada from the tournament.
Well, one ref, Chris Rooney, NHL, and both linesmen also NHL.
So 3 of the 4. Yeah.
So.
That's not a great look. Okay, you mentioned great goaltending and a team that's opportunistic and can counterpunch a bit. It does sound like Finland a little bit. This is going to be a very similar type of test, I think, against the Finns, who themselves faced a lot of adversity yesterday, being down 2-0 with less than 10 minutes left. What's the challenge that the Finnish group will impose on this team?
They're not going to give up much. That's my expectation. I think it could be a game where you might feel a little frustration watching it if you're Canadian, just because I don't expect there to be a lot of high danger looks for Canada in that game, and it could be low scoring. I mean, that's definitely the way Finland would want to draw it up. And so, we'll just have to see. I mean, I'd be a bit surprised, quite frankly, if Sidney Crosby played in the game. So that carries some ramifications because the line he'd been on through this tournament with Mark Stone and Mitch Marner is one of the only lines that hadn't been juggled with, right? I mean, that had been a staple until Crosby got injured for John Cooper. So Canada's, going to have to shuffle the decks to some degree up front, assuming Crosby can't play. And then, I think it could be a tough day to score some goals. So, they're going to have to be patient. They're going to have to look for their chances. Obviously, if they get a power play or two, you want to make good there. And I'm expecting a tense, tight game. Not unlike the way that game ended up playing out yesterday. Now, I did think there was an opportunity with Celebrini scoring early that Canada maybe could have made that a little easier on themselves, but they weren't able to get another puck by Dostal early, and then all of a sudden you're just kind of holding on to the bar and hoping a little bit. So I think that'll be the type of game. Finland's had a weird tournament themselves. I don't know if you caught all this, but there's been a lot of controversy in their own media about their head coach, Antti Pennanen. There's a report in the tournament that the players had asked for Paul Maurice to be brought in as a coach last summer. So there's a lot of they've dealt with a lot of their own kind of adversity, and who knows? I mean, on their side of the equation, they're probably looking at the fact that it's been a bit rocky. They lost their opening game to Slovakia, but they've gone on a run here. They beat Sweden in the preliminary round. They obviously came back against Switzerland down 2-0 in the quarterfinals. So the Finns have answered some questions too themselves, and so I think it's going to be a heck of a game. And quite honestly, if it's 2-1 final, wouldn't surprise me at all.
It'd be an easy segue to get into coaching next based on that.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
I just want to pause here. Capping the wild day yesterday, the States getting by Sweden 2-1, the third and final overtime game of the day. They now face Slovakia. I mean, it wasn't going to be easy for the States yesterday. We all know that. It doesn't get any easier for them against a Slovakian team taking care of Germany 6-2. And the real kind of darling and surprise so far of the tournament. What did you think of USA's win, and how do you slate this semi between the Slovaks and the Americans?
Yeah, I would say, like, on paper, we might say, hey, the U.S. got the easier matchup, but I would caution against that just based on how well Slovakia's played in the tournament. They have some young guys that don't have a lot of profile just yet that have done well. Obviously, Juraj Slafkovský has had a monster tournament for them, as he did 4 years ago in the Olympics before he'd even reached the NHL. So they have a lot of belief. They have some wind at their sails, and I don't expect either of these games to be laughers or blowouts either way. And so, the U.S., they had to face their first sort of, nervy moments there. I mean, giving up the tying goal. They gave up nothing in that game. I don't know how much of it you guys managed to catch. I mean, they're up 1-0, so you would have liked to have scored more, but they really hadn't allowed Sweden too many glorious chances. And then they give up the tying goal with the goaltender folds. I mean, that can be a rattling moment in and of itself. But Quinn Hughes is just basically out there every other shift for the U.S. and really controlling play and gets them that winning goal. So the crash course, I think a lot of us are hoping for a Canada-U.S. final, just because it would be so compelling, especially after last year's Four Nations tournament. It's still in play here, but there's a tough job ahead, I'd suggest, both for the Americans and the Canadians to set up that gold medal final on Sunday morning.
All right, and hockey insider Chris Johnston is with us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. CJ, obviously, for us to wait this long to get to the Coffey situation, there was a lot going on in international hockey we had to get to. But during the game yesterday, as we're watching Canada play, the Oilers announced that Paul Coffey is coming back to the bench. Chris Knobloch put together his staff at the beginning of the year, and obviously somebody in the organization thinks that they miss Paul Coffey. So your thoughts on him returning to the bench and what this means for Knobloch, his coaching staff, and the team's potential, I guess, the rest of this year?
I don't mind the move. It's a little bit of a Hail Mary type of move, but look at all the success Edmonton had the last 2 seasons. And I think, it's clear that Coffey in particular had a specific kind of relationship with the players that, he was able to get through some guys. I think Evan Bouchard specifically really benefited from the time that they, spent together. Coffey's seen it and done it, right? He's legitimately, been through a lot of the things I think some of the players are, have gone through in Edmonton. So, it's not traditional. It sounded like really more than anything, he wasn't necessarily keen to remain behind the bench last summer, but, he obviously still has a great relationship with Daryl Cates, has worked as an advisor for the team. And it hasn't been a great season to this point. It's been quite up and down. And so I don't mind going back to the well, trying to recapture some of that magic here, and we'll just see how it works out. But obviously it's a bit of a curious move. I can't think of anything quite equivalent to it. But just seeing how well it's worked in the past, I can understand the impulse to want to bring the band back together and see if you can recapture some of that success. And we see it happen. I mean, Lindy Ruff is behind the bench in Buffalo, right, after years away from the Sabres organization. Remember the Jays bringing back Cito Gaston once upon a time.
I'll never complain about Cito. I love Cito.
Exactly. Maybe not the exact same as that, but like sometimes you do reach into the past to see what's worked, and it'll be very fascinating to see where Edmonton goes from here. But given given where they're at entering the Olympic break, doing nothing probably wasn't an option. And this something to me at least makes sense.
What do you think it means for Knobloch's future? Like a lot of people are saying that this is it. Like if it doesn't work, Knobloch will be blamed. I mean, he's got an extension that hasn't even kicked in yet. So, I mean, how does it change things for that Knobloch conversation, do you think, heading into the offseason?
Well, it's a public sign that things might not be, long term, even with that extension. And look, when you're Chris Knobloch and you're coaching a team like the Oilers, like we all understand this, it's all about winning this year. So there's going to be consequences if they don't meet that standard. If this season ends up in disappointment, I wouldn't think it would be just him. That would be, we're talking about potentially being out of town, out of a job. That's the stakes. When you have a team that's all in to win and you don't do it, then unfortunately people lose their jobs. That's the way it happens. So I'm not saying he's going to lose his job as a certainty, but I think he's not in a position like some of his peers around the league where there can be some patience, where they can go through some ups and downs or growing pains. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on everyone in the Oilers organization, and especially the guy behind the bench. That's just part of what he signed up for.
All right, CJ, we're sure you got a diaper to change somewhere, so we'll let you go and we'll catch up again next week. All right.
I have mastered that art. I'll tell you that. I'm the king of the diaper change.
King of the diaper.
See you later, man. There you go. That's Chris Johnston, a new proud papa. I'll say this. I don't know if he's dealt with all of the diaper issues you can deal with in just a week. I mean, but it's good to know the confidence level is there.
I love just professing himself king of the diapers already. Yeah. It's a great shout.
It's good to have confidence, I think. All right, he joined us on the Firehouse Subs hotline with 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton, the greater area. Easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, and made to satisfy. All right, your reaction to Paul Coffey being brought back to the bench and anything CJ had to say about that. If you want to chime in on Mitch Marner being a Canadian hero, we can get into that as well. I got beef coming up around 7:30, and then Reid Wilkins is going to join us around 7:45 this morning to give us his thoughts on the Oilers coaching situation. It is very interesting what this, like, if you're Chris Knobloch, how are you feeling right now? You got to be sitting there going, oh boy. The owner has brought his guy back in on the bench.
There was that one text from Jace about the field trip.
Oh, yeah. Did we get to that one?
No, but
I don't know if we did. Yeah.
That's kind of a good feeling as well.
Yeah, where's that one text from Jace? We didn't read the one from Jace. Here it is. Jace texted in this morning around 6:30. He says, Coffey joining the Oilers feels like when your mom joined your grade 5 field trip to spend time with you, but she's really judging you and your friends.
Yeah. And as well with that advisory title, like, you just... I don't know how he would feel, but I like Chris Johnston saying it's a curious move.
Yeah, a curious move is an interesting way to describe it.
And not in the fact that we've seen what Coffey's done here, just the overall... he did what he did, then he left.
Yeah,
because he didn't want to do it, and now you have to bring him back, and all these things. Like we've seen people come back. He mentioned Lindy Ruff, Cito Gaston, but those were circumstances.
Those guys have been gone for years. They just brought back,
and they've just been gone. They just brought back, but they're not like superseding any sort of authority or any like that type of thing, or apart from the owner or that type of.
I mean, there are people around the team who say Paul Coffey's basically number 2 in charge. And now he's advising the. So did Paul Coffey go to Daryl Cates and say, "Here's my advice, put me back on the bench"?
That's why it's very Game of Thronesy. Like, who's to say Paul Coffey isn't the owner by the end of the season?
They need the imp to come and decide who should be the king of the kingdoms moving forward. Hey, it's what I said earlier this morning.
And again,
if you're happy for this move, I'm happy for you.
Absolutely.
But let's not sit here in this market and pretend this is normal in the National Hockey League, because it's not.
And maybe it works. It's worked in the past. All things fine and accepted, but just the nature of it. And again, I liked his word curious.
If you're thinking to yourself, I need a drink this morning, may I suggest picking up Alley Cat product? Alley Cat, one of our partners. Obviously, they work with us on the 6 o'clocker lager. If you've not yet had the 6 o'clocker lager, you can get it at all of your Sobeys and Safeway liquors, and a number of other liquor stores now as well with the 6 o'clocker lager. But Alley Cat's got a lot of good stuff going on. Swing by their tap house or you pick up some 6 o'clocker lager. Have yourself a drink. sit back and enjoy the Olympics this weekend. All right, the gold medal game, Canadian women today. We've set this up. It is your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. Remember, the 7 o'clock hour of the Nielson Show is brought to you by GameSense. If you are gambling, we don't want you to get too carried away. We don't want you to get in over your head. Please set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your Game Sense. Play Alberta is the title sponsor of Edmonton Sports Talk. Download the Play Alberta app if you haven't already. What you play with in Alberta stays in Alberta with Play Alberta. Or you can go to playalberta.ca, click on EST specials. We've got 4 different specials up there right now. We've got a Lock Shop PGA parlay. That's up there. We've got Jay's play of the day from yesterday, which is Canada versus the United States women's hockey over 5.5 goals at plus 126. The D-Gen Den put together an NHL futures parlay yesterday that's just sitting there waiting for you at plus 1522. So you bet $10 on that bad boy and you'd win like 150. Tampa Bay Lightning to win the East. Islanders and Blue Jackets to make the playoffs. And the Canucks under 64.5 regular season points. The ultimate fate of the Canucks, which I got a lot of time for. And then the early bird bet from today. We know our Canadian women are a pretty big underdog, but there's zero chance. And I know I bet on the United States in their head-to-head matchup. Remember, I had the U.S. in the preliminary round on a parlay. Couldn't do it for the early bird bet here. I just couldn't do it. Plus, it's too juicy a number. So here's what I did do. Canadian women plus 2.5 goals. So they got to keep it within 2 and over 4.5 goals in this game. And the number, actually, I thought it was going to be around 212. It's boosted to plus 252.
Okay.
So if you want to sprinkle on Canada making this a game, and it's a gold medal game.
Gold medal.
Right? It's a gold medal game. Marie-Philippe Poulin is back.
All of the metrics
She's ready
going
to
against
go.
them. All of the lopsided results, blah,
You're
blah, blah,
telling me they're going to get
blah.
blown out in this game?
Exactly.
They've lost 7 in a row. 7 in a row to this American team. Megan Mickelson was on the Reid Wilkins show yesterday afternoon. Fabulous interview. She pointed out that I think leading into the gold medal game, was it in 2010? They'd lost 8 in a row to the Americans. So Canada plus 2.5 goals and over 4.5 goals. At plus 252, if you want to get with us. That's on the specials page, EST specials, over at playalberta.ca. All right, I got beef. Seems like it could be a pretty beefy day, right? The weather dipping back down. People are cold again. The roads aren't great again.
We're all arguing with each other.
Everybody's all fired up about stuff. What do you have beef with? Share your beefs with us in the Paris Jewelers inbox. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999 is where you can get in. What is your beef? Send your beefs to 780-218-9990. Look at the Attaboy Stan texting us. Says, I love our Canadian gals, but they're going to get pumped. Oh, come on, man.
Well, and an interesting point, too. Like, maybe that's what the program does need, in a sense.
Yeah, maybe. Or all the pressure in the world's on this American team, and Canada pulls off a miraculous upset.
No, something's got to give.
I'm going to refer it to as the most incredible upset in Olympic hockey history, men's or women's, just to piss off the American miracle people still. That would be fun. All right, what do you got beef with? 780-218-9999. Text your beefs to us. We'll get to those coming up. Reid Wilkins on the Firehouse Subs hotline in about 15 minutes as well. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, A, tell your friends that the Nielson Show's back on the radio, and it's awesome. And B, we've got a couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update. Don't go anywhere, like less than 3 minutes. You're back with us. If you're watching on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us, sub to the channel, tune in and iHeart, tell your friends you can stream the station the whole day, and you get a sports update. That's coming your way right now. Brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who's making everybody refer to him as Mitch Marner for the day. Visit them at 983 First Street in Sherwood Park. Here's the update.
Over to the Olympics live action. Team Canada's Rachel Homan on the ice right now. Getting out of a jam. They now lead South Korea 4-3 in the fifth end. Homan's Rink need a win in this final round-robin game to secure a berth in the playoffs. Team Brad Jacobs, meanwhile, losing earlier today 8-6 to Norway, wrapping up the round-robin. They will take on Norway again in semifinals action later this morning at 11:35. Also this morning at 11:10, Canada's women's hockey team goes for gold against the USA. Bronze medal game already in action here. No score. It remains between Switzerland and Sweden, just getting things underway in the second period. And of course, the men's hockey team semifinal matchups are set for tomorrow. Canada take on Finland at 8:40. Slovakia and the USA, another late one for the Americans, at 1:10. Canada capturing bronze in the women's 3,000-meter short track relay. Also, short track speed skater Stephen Dubois winning gold in the men's 500-meter speed skating. Canada now sit 14 medals, 4 gold, 4 silver, and 6 bronze. NBA regular season schedule picks up tonight. 10 games, including the Raptors in Chicago to take on the Bulls. And opening round action at the Genesis Invitational will get underway later this morning as the event returns to the Riviera Golf Course, Los Angeles. Nick Taylor, Taylor Pendrith, and Corey Connors, the trio of Canadians set to tee off. Sports Update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where he's walking around the office this morning and say, "Hey, I'm Mitch, don't call me Marner Lewicki."
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki with like a giant eagle's wings and singing lead vocals for Lynyrd Skynyrd with like an angel band. And I'm in the crowd hammered drunk.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Anytime I need to see a face, I just close my eyes and I am taken to a place where your crystal mind. A magenta feeling, take a shelter in the base of my spine, straight like a chicken cherry cola. I don't need to try to explain, I just hold on tight. And if it happens again, I'ma move so silently to the arms and the lips and the face of the human kind of all that I need to, I want to. Come stand a little bit closer, breathe in and get a bit higher. You'll never know what hit you when I get to you. I want you, I don't know if I need you, but ooh, I gotta find out. Ooh, I want you, I don't know if I need you, but ooh, I'm trying to find out. I'm the kind of person who endorses a deep commitment. Getting coffee, getting perfect is what I live for. But I look and then I smell a perfume. It's like I'm down on the floor and I don't know what I'm
A little throwback Thursday. Savage at 7 on 95.7 Cruise FM.
Ahead of their time.
Can't get out of it now.
Come stand a little bit closer, breathe in and get a bit higher. You never know what hit you when I get to you.
Ooh, I need you. I don't know if I need you, but ooh, I would die to find. That's Knobloch to Coffey. Come back. I don't know if I need you, but ooh, I die to find out. You might. All right, 780-218-9999 is where you can get in today. We're going to get to I Got Beef. Reid Wilkins coming up on the Firehouse Subs hotline as well. I did tease earlier in the show that I had some news for everybody who's coming to Mexico with us. So let's just give this a quick plug. If you are coming to Mexico with us on Friday, there's about 45 people who are coming with us. I was informed by Chelsea over at Expedia Cruises that on the night of our gathering, the second night we're down there, we're doing a like meet and greet.
Yes.
We are going to be drawing a name, and that person will win $1,000 cash back on their trip. Yeah. How awesome is that? Special 6 o'clock hour conch for Expedia. Expedia Cruises. So somebody's coming to Mexico with us, and they're going to win $1,000 when they're down there, which is pretty sweet, I think. We're not eligible. Yeah, sorry, man.
I would have then donated it to. I would have had, if I would have won the draw, I would have had another draw
Yeah, send it back. Yeah, we should go into this draw just so we could be the hero if one of our names is pulled.
We should do that.
Yeah.
We should talk to. Yeah, you know what? We should talk to Chelsea, and then it would look really good on us.
And then your name gets pulled, you donate it back, then my name gets pulled, and I donate it back. Oh, that would be good. Anyway, for everybody who's coming to Mexico,
that's a hell of a deal,
congratulations. You got a chance to win $1,000.
Not bad.
As well. The inbox is beefy. The inbox is very beefy. So we're going to get into that today. It's I Got Beef. Send your beefs to 780-218-9999. Rick, let's start with you. What are you beefing with, buddy?
Well, I got beef with everybody complaining about time at the Milano Cortina Games.
Oh, yeah. This is what happens when the Olympics are across the world.
As a guy who, again, partakes in watching the other football every single weekend and sometimes during the weekday.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's if you're watching things that are happening in not just a different time zone on this continent, but across the ocean, whether that be Europe, Asia, whatever.
So you don't go online and bitch about Premier League start times?
Could you imagine? Like what and then to have the audacity to say, hey, maybe they should just switch it because I'm watching. Like, have all the other games that I don't care about at the regular times.
Yeah.
But since I'm paying attention to this one, and since it means something to me, they should go ahead and change it. And play that game locally in the middle of the night.
That's what they should do, yeah.
So that I can watch it at a good time here
at
on
your
the
convenience.
The North American continent. Absolutely.
Yeah. The Olympics of convenience.
And you've seen this on Twitter. Like, this one, who's it here? Is Christian Boley, is it? I'm picking a random account.
No idea.
You do a quick search on Twitter. The Olympic Committee, NBC, and even the NHL need to find a way to change the start time of the gold medal game to potentially have the USA and Canada playing in the potentially biggest game ever. And you're going to start it when most of North America is asleep.
Get up! I mean, anybody who legitimately cares about this game in any way will be up.
And the scheduled start time for this one is what, again? Like
it's 8:10 Eastern time.
8:10 Eastern. So, and again, I've learned to love, there's something about, and we've seen it with World Juniors tournaments, getting up early and watching these big games, having a little nip on the, you can justify doing a lot of things
have
at
an
that
OJ
hour.
and vodka.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Get the bathrobe, maybe loosely done up if you want.
Oh,
you know,
yeah. So somebody might see your balls, but they might not.
Who cares?
Yeah.
You know, so I got beef with, and it's usually, look, it's coming mostly from American accounts, and that makes a lot of sense because
they don't really care about hockey.
What about us?
They only watch hockey when it's convenient for them.
Yeah, they've never done a World Juniors, 3 a.m. type of thing, but
suck it up.
Yeah, so I got beef with that.
All right, Trev, what's your beef outside of this red light ticket you think you got? Trev slid through an intersection yesterday, everybody.
Oh,
court date.
Sucked. I looked back and I just saw a flash. And I was just like,
So were you sliding through it and then you decided to gun it because you knew, like, what's the deal here?
I don't have the worst tires. I don't have the best tires, but I know my tires.
We had a whole show with Phrase on, giving him advice about all seasons
sense.
and all.
That totally sounds like. I love if you said, "Hey, guess who we had a whole show with on this?"
Way too much time on that.
I would have definitely said Phrase.
Yeah, I know what they're capable of and what they're not, and I would have slid on through this, and then it would have just been a whole other thing. Cars would have been looking at me. I would have been getting honked at. So I looked. I knew I was in the clear, and I went through. And then I looked back. I was like, "Oh damn, that might." And it got me. And then the price. Like I didn't know. I've never had a red light ticket before. I looked. I was expecting like $100, $400.
You looked online. It's $400.
Yeah.
Dang.
I asked my brother, and he was like, "Yeah, $400."
An installment
the
plan.
going rate. So maybe I can fight it. Just say I would have slid right through. I don't know, but. Any cops?
What's your beef though? Was that going to be your beef?
Yeah, so like that's annoying for sure. But great beef, LT. I love it. People are just so lazy.
Do you not agree?
Oh my gosh, just so lazy.
Not
get
necessarily
up.
us. It's mostly again coming from an American bullhorn.
Yeah,
like
absolutely. Like get up. But yeah, my beef, man. Like I'm sorry. Edmonton winters are next level. Like they are no joke. Like I hate this. It sucks. I'm sorry. Like talking
you
about
soft Southern Alberta boy.
Yeah, I really am, man. Like I thought I could toughen it. Well, and I have been able to, but like just I don't know how you guys, like people that have lived here their whole lives. I don't know how, like that's tough, man. It is really, really tough. It sucks. I hate it. Waking up, like when I look outside, I just know it's like I just look and I'm miserable. I am so cold just from looking outside. and it's like nice.
Is it
and
the
warm in my
snow
place.
though that's giving you the
But I just
optical?
look outside and I'm like, oh gosh.
Planet of Hoth.
Yeah, this is the worst. My car starter, it won't even work when it's this cold. So I have to go out there and I have to embrace the cold. I have to, just and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning when I get out there. It's just the winter, man. The Edmonton
It's really
winters,
getting to you, hey?
Yeah, like I've been here for coming on 4 years. It's tough, man. Like it really is. I don't. Can I live here the rest of my life? I don't know. The winters suck.
The winters are that bad.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't like.
Well, let me know when you want to expand Pincher Creek Sports Talk.
Yeah,
and we'll get it going.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That's actually so good.
What happened to Trev? He moved back to Pincher Creek.
Yeah,
I'll join you on that startup. Well, why not? You'd send a team down, right?
Yeah, no, that's pretty fun.
But you gotta love the snow.
Kudos. Yeah,
No?
yeah. I don't
Like it,
Well,
because down there's no right. You were down there recently, and it's just
there was
kinda
like snow down. But like I grew up in Cranbrook, but Cranbrook's in the mountains. So our winters in Cranbrook, I mostly remember our winters in Cranbrook being like this.
Really?
Yeah, but our winters, like when I went to school in Lethbridge and stuff, there was a Christmas day when I was working at the radio station that I wore shorts and a t-shirt into work.
Yeah, man.
Like it's
like
it's
that.
different.
And,
It's different.
And like Pincher, it does. You probably get 1 week where it's just really, really cold, but we get the snow and then it's gone like immediately.
I would say that this has actually kind of been a mild winter.
Oh, it has. We've just had a couple of spurts, a couple of weeks.
I know it makes you look even softer, but this has been kind of a mild winter.
Really?
Yeah,
because
a couple big dumps and a couple of
like
cold
we've had
streaks,
like
but it has
two
been consistently.
sort of cold slumps and a couple big snow dumps, and that's about it, man.
Man, but that's
and it didn't
crazy.
start till later.
Because my landlord Alex is like, you picked a bad year to be here. It is very.
Who are you going to trust, us or Alex?
I don't know. I don't know. He seems legit.
Maybe Eric and I are wrong. Maybe it's been a harder winter than we thought.
Because he was like, this is the worst winter. I've never shoveled this much.
Well,
so as far as the snow, maybe, but the temperature's been not bad.
Those dumps have been big, but not like consistently shoveling.
Yeah. So anyway, just tough winter. It's tough sledding.
Wheels checks in the nasty chat.
Yeah.
YTT, suck it up, Buttercup.
Hell
Would you like to respond to that?
Yes, I love that. I love that you put yourself in a spot where Wheels is chirping you. And I'm like, yeah, go get him, Wheels.
Yeah, that's right.
Here's my beef, and there's a bunch of beef texts that we got to get to, and we got Reed coming up. I'll keep my beef short, and let me preface this by saying, I did say on this show that I think Evan Bouchard could have been on Team Canada, or maybe should have been on Team Canada, but I am sick and tired of going on Twitter and seeing Oilers fans, after every single time a defenseman doesn't make a pass, bitch about Bouchard not being on the team. I mean, let's wait. If you really want to rant about it, let's wait and see how it plays out. Like, I think there are some people, Canada can win gold, and there'll still be people, well, they would have won it more efficiently if Bouch was on that team. Like, I get it. I think he should have been on the team ahead of Colton Parayko. I'm with you. But after every single time I hop online, and I guess I can blame the Twitter algorithm for this too if I want, but my God, guys, let it go.
It feeds off that.
He's not on the team. They've outscored their opposition 24-6. They haven't lost. They're in the semifinal. And I got to go online and being like, Bouch would have made that play. Like, let it go. Let it go. My God. At least save it if they lose in the semifinal or finals. And if that ends up happening, then have at her. Have at her. But for now, just let it go.
Yeah, keep it in the draft, see?
My God, man. It's ridiculous. All right, let's bang through a few other quick beefs, and then we'll bring in Reid Wilkins. He'll probably have some beefs as well. Let's see here. Hampton Steve says, I've got beef with whatever moron decided to go through my outdoor condo parking lot last night and cut off a bunch of people's block heater plugs. Oh, jeez. Guy Flaming is in. Huge ass himself. I got beef. Yesterday, the WHL had their first ever top prospects game, but didn't use WHL broadcasters to call the game. I don't know if that was a WHL decision or if it was made by the streaming partner, Victory Plus, but it was a miss for me. Nature Boy says, no beef for me, boys. I've got an absolutely insane day ahead of me at work, but I'm flying to Mexico tomorrow morning. I'll make sure that tequila is safe for you guys and report back. The Godfather says, I got beef with the EST beer fridge with no beer in it. Plus, someone had their lunch in it. Bush League. Yeah,
well,
Zach is storing his lunch in the beer fridge because he
the fact
doesn't like the big fridge. Says it's not warm enough, but then, or he says it's not cold enough. But then, the other day I went into the kitchen and I think Reed and Matt were in there. I said we might need a new fridge, and Matt was like, "Oh no, this one's Just got to close the door. So I don't know.
Just got to close the door.
Yeah.
Novel thought.
Yeah. There's lots to get to. Keep your beefs coming in 780-218-9999. We'll throw the fridge question to Reid Wilkins. He's a veteran. He's a veteran fridge user.
Yeah.
We'll get his thoughts on this.
Expert in Freon.
Yeah. Reid joins us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton, the greater area. Easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, made to satisfy. Quick note, Bent Stick did bring in some more beer. So we did restock the beer. Now, the beer fridge is still full. It just has like a bunch of the Dillons in there, and there's some teas.
This goes back to my beef. Troy only wants the beer that he likes to drink in the beer fridge. Well, there's still alcoholic beverages in
there.
there.
And the whole Zach storing his he asked me for permission. I didn't know he was doing it every day.
Well, he brings big.
I thought he was going to do it one time.
Got big plates, eh?
All right, we have to talk with Zach about this. Reid Wilkins, what's up with our fridge, man? What do you think?
Well, we may need a new fridge, but that fridge, like if you just let the door to close on its own, it doesn't fully catch. And if you look really closely, there is a sliver of an opening. So I think it's just open enough that could affect the overall coolness. So I think when you shut it, you got to make sure you give it a little
push at the end.
Push, so the whatever that is right up against the side of the fridge. But I didn't know that Zach was storing his lunch in the beer fridge. Like that is, I will perhaps speak to him today. That is, I'm not sure why that's necessary.
He said his lunch was spoiling in the other fridge.
He eats it when he gets
But he
here.
gets in at like 10 and he eats at like 11:30. I don't know how his lunch can be
but he
spoiled.
also eats during our show.
Oh, does he? Oh, so he has a second lunch later on, I guess.
There's usually a lot of food, and it's often some sort of yogurt mixture. Like yogurt, grapes, and feta cheese or something like that. And probably some horse oats or something like that. So I guess maybe that could spoil. So but you got to make sure the door is shut.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it's cold enough if you make sure the door is shut.
Now I did buy
maybe
a
the
used
door not
fridge.
shutting is a problem, but I don't know.
Maybe it's on me. Maybe I need to get a new used fridge.
Well, let Glue Guy take a look at it. I'm sure he could.
He might be able to do something with it. That's a good point. It might be a screwdriver fix. Maybe.
Bring in the drill.
Yeah, we'll see. I just hope it's not the Freon.
Well, you don't want a Freon problem.
I don't really know what the Freon is, but we might be lacking in it. We might need to top up the Freon. Reid, you got any beefs?
Well, I got a big disappointment that I guess would be a beef. I mean, look, it's pretty hard to finish last in that draft. I know it's a democratic process. People voted. A lot of people listening voted. I just didn't think I had a last place team by any means. I mean, of the 4 drafts I've been in now, I thought that was my strongest team. I thought I picked fan favorites. I thought I picked some very relevant things in categories that would resonate and people would recall. And I got blown away. Like I actually wish I would have been relegated. And I was just stunned. And then also my team was not presented accurately on the sheet. Uh-oh. The movie I took is called I, Tonya. I''Tanya.
What did Quinn do?
It was on the sheet like an iPhone, small I, capital Tonia, all one word.
I, Tonya.
Like even people who love movies might be like, what the hell did Reid pick? What's this quirky little nerd doing? And like Ben got some marquee picks, 2 or 3. His team as a whole sucks. Like I don't know how how that's winning. Like own the podium.
I don't know how she let him draft own the podium.
The Iginla hotel. He drafts the Iginla buying people hotel rooms. I don't remember that. He didn't even know what year it was in. Like he had to go back and change it later. I mean, I could have just taken women's gold medal game. Well, which year? Well, the one we won. Okay. Like I took 2014 and described the moment and the puck hitting the goalpost on the empty net. But Megan Mickelson was excellent yesterday.
She was awesome, man. I was listening to that driving around. I thought she was great. Yeah.
So it's pretty disappointing. Now, I know people voted. They didn't see my team the way I did, but I guess I'm just not sure. I'm not sure what. I mean, my 4 Olympians: Sidney Crosby, scorer of the golden goal; Katrina LeMaydon, one of the most decorated Winter Olympians of all time; Ross Rebliati, fun name to say, part of this weird moment of Canadiana with the weed. And then I got the current events with Mark Kennedy, who, by the way, is also local. No, that's
a strong group.
That's not
This
strong enough.
Itonia thing just looks hilarious. I can't believe she did you dirty like that. That's terrible. This should all be in disrespect.
Oh, the commissioner.
You should just
You should protest. This should be a draft under protest from Reid Wilkins.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. Honestly, guys, I'm thinking of just withdrawing from future drafts. I mean,
it's never been done.
You need somebody to finish last, but I mean, from my point of view, how fun is that?
I will say this, man. Pre-relegation days, 20.3% doesn't really finish last. Like a 20% vote. We used to get guys who would have 12%, 13%.
Yeah, we said it would be kind of.
Yeah, we sort of thought it would be close. Like Benny had 31%, which I would agree with Reed. I think it's probably a little bit too high for that group that he ended up putting together. I had 25%, Eric had 23%, and then Reed had 20.3%. So I thought maybe it would be a little bit closer, but I do love that you're fired up about it. All right. Mitch Marner yesterday and Canada finding a way to get it done. What was your level of doubt in the team when they fell behind 3-2, Reed, or did you always think they had a path?
Zero.
I honestly thought they'd probably tie it. But I mean, I wasn't... I talked about this yesterday. I wasn't as emotional as some of my colleagues. Like, I accepted, all right, this might not go Canada's way. Upsets can happen in a one-game tournament. But even when the Czechs were up 3-2, I was like, okay, there's time. They're going to pull the goalie. McDavid and McKinnon are going to play the last 3 minutes probably, if they do pull the goalie. So, I was pretty stoic about it. And I saw, like you were talking about all the Twitter stuff about Bouchard. Like I was seeing like, well, this is what you get for having a poorly constructed roster. Like, this is what you get for putting Jordan Binnington in net, which I get, but then he makes two
huge,
really big saves. Yeah. But I mean, this would have been, it would have been a national, I don't want to say tragedy. It would have been a national, I don't know what it would have been. It certainly would have been a national overreaction from a lot of people. Well, you got to tear apart Hockey Canada. This is we aren't developing good players anymore because we if we would have lost, you're not even playing for a medal. But look, Czechia played an awesome game. I mean, they stood up to the Canadians in every way. I thought Gudis was outstanding, especially in the first 30 minutes. Like, I think things started to shift maybe after his penalty and after Crosby went out and Canada really came to life. But you got to give Czechia credit too. I mean, these tournaments don't exist for the good teams to win every game 5 or 6-0. I know that happens with Canada in the States and women's hockey a lot, but in men's hockey, teams are going to get pushed. I mean, Canada's had to go to overtime in other years against teams that you thought they would have a huge advantage against. Other big boy teams have been upset along the way. So I just kind of viewed it as like, this is part of the joy of the tournament. I mean, yes, it would have sucked. I'm not saying I wouldn't have cared if Canada lost, but I also accepted, okay, this is a one-game tournament. Czechia's got some great, solid NHL players on the team. I mean, I kind of expect it to be difficult, and yesterday was.
Reid Wilkins with us on the show today. Canadian women today. I know you had a great chat with Mickelson, and then we'll get to Coffey, but I do want to give this game some love today because I know we're a significant underdog. I thought she had some good examples of, times in the past when the Americans had owned them for a little bit and this Canadian team stepped up. I will be very surprised if Canada does find a way to win this. But they are going into it with, they'll have high expectations, but I don't think a lot of people are expecting them to win. What are the odds they can find a way to slow down this American team and actually pull off what would be like the first ever significant Canadian women's hockey upset?
Yeah, I think they're a real long shot. I mean, now here's what I think for Canada to win. I mean, it has to be a low-scoring game. I mean, they can't get into a 5-4, 6-5 game. I don't think they have the firepower. But they have to somehow put doubt in the minds of the United States. I mean, Megan said it too. This is the largest gap probably ever between the two teams, especially with the USA having the advantage. So somehow you need to have this game 1-1 with 15 or 10 minutes left in the third period, and the States looking at the scoreboard almost in confusion, like, how are we not up 4-0? Like we have been in every other game, and you put them in a position where maybe they tighten up or one break or a bad call or Canada's allowed to have 9 skaters on the ice for a goal or something like that. They got us, but I mean, the States are so skilled. They're so talented. I mean, this is a real long shot for Canada, guys. I hope they can pull it off. I mean, of course, you'd love to see it, especially against the Americans. But I guess somehow make the third period relevant. Make the third period a relevant period. Have it tied or be within a goal, and then maybe you can have something happen that makes the difference.
Reid Wilkins joining us. Reid Wilkins Show, 3 to 6, Monday to Friday, alongside Jason Milne here on EST. We got the latest edition of the Coffey News yesterday during that game. I think you brought up a particular decade on your show as well yesterday. Just your overall thoughts. We had Chris Johnston of TSN on earlier, and I liked how you used the word curious as a hire. And I mean, we're coming on here today. Sure, there are things, and we look at how this team has performed this season, and you could say, yes, maybe a change, and maybe it's not so much as firing the head coach, but making a change on the bench. But given it is Paul Coffey, and given his success in the past, but then leaving and then coming back, and where does that put Knobloch? So lots of pieces to this. Your thoughts. Go.
Well, yeah, it is. I used the word weird yesterday. It is weird. They're looking for a jolt. I mean, it's like sometimes when you trade players, you say, well, they need a change of scenery. I think that was part of Bowman's reasoning for the Jari for Skinner trade. Like maybe changing these guys out helps both of them and helps both teams. But I do find it weird. I mean, I guess it's relatively low risk because he has been there before. The players know him. Knobloch and Stewart know him, even though Stewart's role is going to change a little bit. And they're looking for a jolt. And, I don't think they want to fire Knobloch. I mean, why? I don't think personally the management is at that point yet. First of all, the team's not terrible. There are bigger problems than the coaching for sure. So I guess they're looking for a jolt, that maybe he adds something to the mix that they think is missing without him there. But I can't help but be reminded of the decade of darkness and some of the non-playoff years, that this is just weird, and it doesn't seem like something that a really stable organization does, quite frankly. Now, again, in the decade of darkness, they didn't have good enough players, but it's like, okay, this guy's the coach. Well, Pat Quinn's the coach. Well, now Randy, well, no, he's no good. Now Aikens is the coach. Well, that lasts a year and a third. Then Nelson's the interim coach. But Mac T's going to be on the bench for 5 games, and then, okay, you bring in an experienced coach like Todd, who did coach a few years, and then Hitch takes over with no inclination that he wanted to coach beyond the rest of that season, right? Like, it's just one of these moves that, to me, to an extent, smacks of instability, and who's calling the shots, because I can't help but think the owner is involved in this to at least an extent. I don't think this is just my gut telling me this. I don't think this was Knobloch's idea. Like, hey, let's add another guy to the coaching staff. I think this came from somewhere else within the organization. And not on the guys who wrote the press release, because we know them and they do a good job. And sometimes, as we know, they're told what to write.
Yeah.
I mean, we remember that really awkward statement from last year about McDavid being suspended. That came from pretty high up, and they were told how to word it. Even putting that out yesterday, like, while Coffey was here, they were 5th in goals against, like, picking that date from mid-November to. It's like, well, Knobloch was the coach at that time too, though. Like, they came in together. Yeah. So it's a little bit like, hey, by the way, just to remind you why we're doing this. Like, we didn't get scored on when Paul was on the bench. Okay, yes and no. I mean, there's a lot of factors that went into that. So, I mean, but having said that, I don't think it's going to hurt. I don't know if it's going to help. But big picture, what is this telling us about how things are being run and how the decisions are being made? I don't know if I like the answer to that second question.
That's well said. Reid Wilkins, what's coming up on the Reid Wilkins Show today?
Well, a lot of reaction to the women's gold medal game, of course. Perry Pern is going to join us. He had that stint coaching the women's team, local hockey coaching legend, of course. We'll tee up the semis for tomorrow, and hopefully we'll try to make people smile or two, even Trev in this cold weather.
Good stuff, man. We'll see you around the office later.
Okay, see ya.
There you go. That is Reid Wilkins. If you're listening on 95.7, you're like, man, I used to listen to Reid when he was on Ched, and now it's so difficult. It's not that difficult. The Reid Wilkins Show every single day from 3 until 6. If you are a afternoon sports talk fan in this city, you listen to Reid's show for 20 minutes. You'll never listen to anything else. I promise you that. Give it a go. Download the iHeartRadio app. Download the TuneIn app. If you're watching over on YouTube, you can watch the Reid Wilkins Show every day from 3 until 6. Absolutely awesome show. It's highly entertaining, very informative, and will make you LOL.
Shotgun Sports in the Nasty Chat agrees with you, Dusty, from earlier. Need Beard Wilkins back.
Oh yeah, damn! I was gonna ask him why doesn't he bring the beard back, because he looks so badass with a beard,
especially given the frigid temperatures. You'd think.
Yeah,
a winter beard is always that doesn't hurt.
I got a lot of time for winter beard Reed and then bare face summer Reed.
Smooth summer.
Yeah. That's not bad. All right, we've hit 32 in a row. Looking for 33 in a row. Kind of easy trivia for Mr. Mike's. Gift certificate is up for grabs right now. If you want to play, text Trev. He's in the corner of the office, just freezing right now. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Rick, what's happening on this?
Canada's lying 4 right now. They do have the hammer. It's tied at 4. This is South Korea's final shot.
So they got. What are they going to do? Try to knock out a couple here?
She's going to try to get in there but it's tough.
Let's see here. So this is what, 6th end, 4-4. As Eric said, Canada's lying 4. Gotta go.
They've got to go.
Where is she going to put this thing?
Ooh.
Oh, bounces off of it. Canada is still sitting at least 3.
Yeah, 3.
Probably 3.
So a draw in for 4. Man, she got to pass those first 2. She got past that third, and it would have been a hell of a shot.
Just missed it. Oh. All right, so Canada looking to take full control against Korea. If they win, they lock up a playoff spot. So that's a big one for the Canadian women's curling team. All right, we're going to get a full update on the Olympics from Lieutenant Eric here coming up. If you want to play kind of easy trivia, let's take the streak to 33. The legendary Patrick Waugh. If you want to play 780-218-9999. Scalding hot takes coming up. 3 questions too many on the way. Marmot Basin, snow report, the wrap, all still to come. 7 o'clock hour has been brought to you by GameSense. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn more on how you can set a budget for when you are gambling. If you are listening online, you're going to get a sports update if you're on 95.7 this morning. A couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update. Things are slippery out there. On some roads, a lot of the roads have been cleaned up pretty nice.
Yeah.
I know it's tough to say this, but I
save it for hot takes.
I kind of think the city did an okay job handling the snow.
They did a good job this time.
Okay, there. See, so we're in agreement. Sports updates brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood.
Windsor, the experts you need to know.
Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Rachel Homan right now, her final shot in the 6th end. Canada needing a win to qualify for the playoffs. They are tied with South Korea at 4. Homan looking to draw in 4-4. They're on it. And it looks like she'll get it. Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Canada. It's got to be 4. They give it 5? Well, wait for the official.
I was going to say, do the update.
It's 4. 8-4.
8-4 Canada.
8-4 Canada. They're heading to the 7th. South Korea will have the hammer. Well, once again, Rachel Homan needing a win to qualify for the semis. Brad Jacobs, meanwhile, he is in the semifinals. His rink will face Norway later this morning at 11:35. Canada falling to Norway earlier today to wrap up round-robin play by a score of 8-6. Canada's women's hockey team goes for gold as well later this morning at 11:10 as they take on the USA. The bronze medal game that has been going on throughout the morning. Can tell you right now, into the second, Sweden and Switzerland tied at 1. And, of course, on the men's hockey side, semifinals are set tomorrow. Canada and Finland, 8:40. USA, Slovakia at 1 10. Canada's medal count sitting at 14, 4 gold, 4 silver, and 6 bronze. Canada capturing bronze in the women's 3,000-meter short track relay. And Stephen Dubois winning gold in the men's 500-meter speed skating. NBA regular season schedule picks up tonight post All-Star break with 10 games, one of which will see the Raptors on the road to take on the Bulls. And opening round action at the Genesis Invitational gets underway later this hour. As the event returns to Riviera Golf Course, Los Angeles, 3 Canadians set to tee off: Nick Taylor, Taylor Pendrith, and Corey Connors. Sports Update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Taylor Hall, he came in and moved them all. 1 for 1, the deal's done. Bobby Mack let us know. Ryan Stromey lost it twice. Drake from Manning was not nice. 2 good picks, they went for Griff. Pete just had to go. Eric Greiber buyout, what was that all about? Miko signed a 3-year deal, and my friends, that ain't no steal. Traded for Spooner, shoulda canned him sooner. Chris Russell, Lucic, no movement on their deals. Pete left a tire fire. Bobby Nix is searching for the perfect person. Pete left a tire fire. Now it's tough to do well when you're stuck in cap hell.
808 on the Nielson Show. Spoiler alert, they're still stuck in cap hell, but they're going to sort it out this summer due to Connor McDavid doing a great job and giving them an excellent bargain on the deal there. All right, the Nielson Show is brought to you by Reid Johnston this morning and every morning.
Reid Johnston, whoa.
Get yourself that new Train furnace and get 15% off any additional mechanical system done at the same time. Throw in an air conditioner, heat pump, hot water tank, garage heater. Get 15% off plus no interest for 24 months. Pretty sweet deal. Reid-Johnston.com to book an estimate today. You can text us in the Paris Jewelers inbox. Do not pay for 1 year with their flexible payment options. Pop by West Edmonton Mall, Kingsway, Londonderry Mall, Sherwood Park Mall, St. Albert Center, or hop online at parisjewelers.com. They're Canadian, they're family owned, and they're waiting for you. And of course, one of your text messages, and it's been a pretty busy PJ's inbox today. One of your text messages will win the Royal Pizza text of the day.
Royal Pizza.
It's the text of the day. Still making it great with the best and freshest ingredients you'll find. Top-notch service for over 55 years. Order online today. We're at royalpizza.ca or visit one of their 14 locations in the Edmonton area. Dine in, take it out, live your best life. The Edmonton Elks have announced that May 29th preseason game, Edmonton versus Calgary, a night at the Knothole as they return to Clark Stadium for a game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Commonwealth is going to be dealing with some pre-World Cup soccer exhibition. So the Elks will play the Stampeders in a preseason game at Clark on Friday, May 29th.
The nostalgia of that is great. Obviously, you mentioned what's going on in Commonwealth, but I'm more for CFL preseason games as well. I think the Riders will be playing in Saskatoon at Griffith Stadium.
Okay.
Like you should go to places.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, preseason's not going to get the gate as a regular season game, nor should it. But go to these places. Give some other
I think it's a fun little idea considering, they're going to be, their home stadium's going to be busy at that time.
Yeah.
So
I know it's not outside of the market, but I mean, I kind of like it.
All right. So for all you Double E fans, and this just gets me excited to talk about CFL season again. But May 29th, Stampeders and Elks at Clark. Pack the place. Should be easy to do.
Love it.
Should be a lot of fun. All right. Let's lay out the third hour of the show for you. If you're here for the key word for the Ultimate Sports Weekend, the Cruise Flyaway, it was at 6:40 this morning. You missed it. But it's coming up 3 more times today on 95.7 if you want to keep listening for that keyword. Kind of easy trivia right away. 3 questions too many for the great staff at Park Mazda. We got a couple questions already. If you have a third question, send it in. 780-218-9999. Let's get another question in there. Scalding hot takes coming up around 8:30 for the Baseball Academy.
at the Greater St. Albert Catholic School District. We'll dive into that. Marmot Basin snow report still to come, and the wrap for William Huff, which means there is some time in here for more of your text messages on Paul Coffey back on the bench. Did the Oilers just save their season? Da 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 da. And can you think of a comparable situation in NHL history when a coach has a guy on his bench and then gets told he can put his own coaching staff in place and puts his own coaching staff in place? That guy's not on the bench, and then 6 months later, the owner puts that guy back on the bench.
Maybe not in NHL history, but we've had some great analogies as well. I do love
the analogies.
I do love the parent chaperone one where you
Paul Coffey coming back to the bench is like blank.
Yeah.
Have some fun with that.
Yeah, and enjoy your royal pizza.
780-218-9999. This text is in. It says, is this the number to text to win the Royal Pizza gift certificate? I just wanted to say I really enjoy your show, and I'm looking forward to the ski snow report. Okay.
Love it.
Marmot Basin becoming tune-in moments. Like must tune in. Thank you, though. Thank you. They're on 95.7 Cruise FM listener, 100% guaranteed. Thank you for listening. If you like the show, just think about people who have similar tastes to you. They would probably also like the show, right? So tell them about it. 8 o'clock hours brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions, and Appraisals. Mention EST and you get 5% off anything new or used. Don't miss their monthly online auctions, www.gdliquidators.com. They're Canadian-owned, Canadian-operated. Great crew over there. Make them your first call, 780-447-2787. Whatever you need, I kind of think they probably have it. 14510 124th Ave. You looking at my hot takes?
Don't eat them.
They're sitting right out there.
Don't eat them.
Trev, how are your takes coming along, buddy? You came in there, you didn't look like you had some good takes this morning. And Trev and I are both like kind of hoping you win, or Rick and I, so that we don't have to be responsible for the Mitten Mexico.
I don't want that heat.
Yeah.
Well, funny you should ask that, because I'm just looking at my takes, boys, and I'm just this is a tough one. This might be my worst performance ever on hot takes.
Are you low tiding this?
He's playing possum here.
I know there's and the thing that sucks about this week is we have lots of ammo. There's so much.
That's the thing.
And I just
get it together, man.
I can't, man.
Get it together. You are a multiple time hot takes champion. Get it together. Have confidence in yourself and get it together.
2-time. I haven't won all year. That mitt is going to Mexico.
That's a take.
I don't even know if it has a ticket, Trev.
That's a hot take.
Bruins fan Chris texts in and says, not going to lie, boys, ever since finding your guys' show, I don't even listen to radio anymore. I just listen to EST. My man.
Oh, there you go.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, kind of easy trivia for Mr. Mike's. New location now open in Bonnie Doon. Check out MrMikes.ca for more details. Order online. Skip the dishes. DoorDash. Mr. Mike's. Eat locally. Enjoy casually. You know, I was looking yesterday on their website, and I think they have a special right now with the Emperor Caesar salad and the rustic onion soup. Remember that bit? I emailed them yesterday. I said, give me a liner. Give me a rustic onion soup liner, you cowards.
It's a lot of pirating.
I want to take that for a run and let me know when Platypalooza's coming back.
Has it ever left?
All right, Trev, who's playing today, buddy?
We've got AK.
Okay, AK's going to play.
Korolnik.
Is this Aaron Korolnik from
double
TSN?
A.
Oh, double A. Okay.
Alex Anthopoulos.
My apologies. My apologies. I was like, wait, that's not right. I got them mixed up. This is double A.
32 in a row, looking for 33. Got faith in this person. Let's go to double A. Double A, you ready to go, buddy?
2-0, boys. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Who scored the overtime winner for Canada yesterday?
Mitch Marner.
Which NHL team drafted Mitch Marner, then lost him for pretty much nothing?
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Who will Canada play in the semifinal?
Finland.
Who did the Oilers bring back to the coaching staff yesterday?
Paul Coffey.
How many Stanley Cups did the Oilers win with Coffey on the bench over the past 2 years?
0.
Got it. 5-5.
Sergio Ramos gets a nipple erection.
Oh, is that dirty?
This is not just a dream, it's a wet dream of orgasmic proportions.
Oh, is that dirty?
Frustration sets in and the emotion goes out, and then you just start playing by yourself.
Oh, is that dirty?
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
Club beat loop. 5 for 5. What a sports nut, huh?
TSN did have a tweet yesterday I saw. Is Mitch Marner the one that got away? from the Leafs. So then I'm starting to think of like Hyman, like, one of the ones that
I'd
got away.
suggest pretty much everyone got away from the Leafs.
Yeah.
Right? This is the first time this person's ever texted in. They have a 403 number. So I'm assuming they're from outside of the city, maybe even from Calgary. Coffey rejoining the bench is like when I take the kids out for the day and it's a little too wild. So next time I have my wife join us.
That's great.
That's a good one too.
Real good.
I can't handle this. Like you come home,
they're all hyped up on
your one kid's missing a shirt, the
Yeah.
other one's missing a shoe. What you have for lunch? Oh, we all had double Big Macs. Like
They can't line change properly.
Yeah. That's good. 780-218-9999 is where you can chime in. This one is also a 431 area code. Where's that? What's 431, you guys?
Manitoba.
Ooh.
Good afternoon.
Very cool. Bringing back coffee is like going on a trip and deciding after the trip you need to make another one just to make the second trip look better than the first trip. You ever done that? You're like, oh, that trip was okay, but I think we can do it better.
Yeah.
I think we can do it better. All right. We'll get to some of your questions. Let's do it. 3 questions too many. Lieutenant Eric, do you have a liner for the segment?
Yes, 3 questions too many, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki. Where he ain't bringing anyone back to his staff. Park Mazda, dealer for life. He's riding with.
He believes in what he's put in place.
He's put it in place,
Yeah.
and he has to therefore believe in it.
Let's be honest. Park Mazda's won like 5 straight cups. Right? There's no reason to change that.
No, yeah, they have the hardware to back it up. Check them out today, parkmazda.ca.
8-4, Canada still leads Korea 7th end, just getting to Skip Stones. This text comes in and says, hopefully Rachel Holman can pull this win off. Touch granite. Instead of touch wood.
Yeah, and the Italian skip yesterday burning a stone as well. Like they can't get away from the controversy. And I kind of like it.
Yeah.
We're the bad boys now of curling.
It is.
Like,
That's
we're
it.
Yeah.
I think both the men and women should get tats
Barbed wire
across their knuckles that say "bad boys, bad girls," and then they just hold it as they're throwing the rock
in Old English font.
Yeah, of course.
Really make it.
And why would you ever get a tattoo in anything but Old English font?
Wingdings, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into it. Question number 1: Which former bottom 6 forward should the Oilers put on the coaching staff to fix the bottom 6? This is a fun idea. Who's the best bottom 6 forward the Oilers have ever had that you could bring in here to fix the bottom 6 like Coffey's about to fix the defense?
And just before we get to our answers, lots of people were calling for bring back Charlie Huddy clip again this morning.
I don't know if I have that
I know, but a lot of
anymore,
people texting that in the spirit of the situation.
And bring back Charlie Huddy.
Bring back Charlie Huddy, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me take.
I'll remember we brought the guy in.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
He was an eccentric, eh?
Yeah. Let me. I'll take a peek. No promises. But I'll take a look for it.
I like this bottom 6. So who we...
Jack was his name.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got the whole rant. Yeah, so which bottom 6 forward would you bring in to save the bottom 6?
Strummy says Liam Reddicks.
See, I got a lot of time for Mark Letestu, man.
Oh, Jay says Puljujärvi.
Scored 15 goals in 60 games one year. Come on, what are we doing here? Like, Mitch from Park Mazda texts me, says, we're dialed in. No changes needed.
Yeah, not surprised. Yeah. You imagine Puljujärvi on the bench? In a suit.
Just licking his lips, also having a slice. Yeah, just mixing in a slice of pizza, too. Why not? Trev, what do you think? Which bottom 6 forward would you bring back to teach the bottom 6 how to play better?
Initially thought of 2 players. You said one, Mark Letestu, and Hendricks.
Oh, Hendricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hendricks was more like the guy you bring back to talk to the healthy scratches to be better healthy scratches.
Yeah.
You know, like Matty Hendricks would do whatever was needed.
Oh, yeah. Good role guy, though.
Yeah.
I always remember just McDavid saying how much of an impact his presence was.
He mentioned him,
Yeah, like just lots.
780-218-9999. Kenny Linsman, Fogel's still playing. Nino Niederreiter, Josh Archibald.
Okay.
I like that. We got a song for
got a
Archibald,
song,
so that
yeah,
could be
yeah.
good. Also, I think I found Jack. I think I found this. Let's listen.
You know what you do? You let Keith Gretzky worry about drafting, blah, blah, drafting. You trade the first round pick, like you say. You phone up Wayne Gretzky's already employed. And then you know what you do? You let Gretz assemble Kevin Lowe again. Yes, I said Kevin Lowe again. Bring in Paul Coffey. He was here before. Bring him in again. Phone up Charlie Huddy. Bring him in again. These guys, you know what? Hire an analytics guy. And you know what? Gretzky can get the papers from the analytics guy once a week. I like the eye test, okay? These guys know how to build a team. They know what a champion is. And you know what? I like the old boys club because they're champions. Bring them in. Shut your mouths. Leave them alone. And you know what? Jerseys won't be thrown on the ice. The only thing they'll be thrown on the ice is confetti because they'll build a champion. This is the city of champions. Okay?
All right.
Period. Stop.
Low tie just like, all right.
I'm glad you got the full call.
Yeah. I mean, I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot.
Okay.
I'm gonna edit it.
There's a lot in there.
I forgot a lot of that. I love that this happened back at 1260. Trev, you probably never heard this guy. This was I Test Jack, as we call him. And I love that even when he did that, like in 2019, he was already said, bring back Coffey. He's already been here. Now here we are in 2026, bringing Coffey back again. My God.
How are the analytics? Give Gretzky the papers once a week.
Once a week. That's your sound of the day today. We got to come back to I Test Jack for the sound of the day. I
forgot how full and rich that was.
Oh,
yeah.
that was amazing. Yeah, I forgot that it was over a minute. He reassembled Kevin Lowe partway through it. Reassemble Kevin Lowe. Yeah, I said it.
Build him up
What
again.
you do? You let Keith Gretzky worry about drafting, blah, blah, drafting. You trade the first round pick, like you say. You phone up Wayne Gretzky's already employed. And then you know what you do? You let Gretz assemble Kevin Lowe again. Yes, I said Kevin Lowe again.
Yes, I said. Kind of low-key sounds like how The Godfather tells a story. Like,
you know what?
Kind of sounds like Godfather with his nose plugged.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Question number 2. If the Oilers made a coaching change in the offseason, do you think Coffey would still be on the bench? Like if they blow out Knobloch and say, Pete DeBoer, it's your staff now. Do you think that comes with Paul Coffey, or is Paul Coffey just helicoptered in here?
I think he's
for 20
helicoptered
games
in
the playoffs?
But then I also won't rule out him being helicoptered back in.
Well, it's always there now.
Yeah. So
it's always there now.
I think he'll. Again, this is always just kind of a week by week, day to day thing with him. So now you're here and then he'll.
This is his 3rd time being added to the bench as an assistant coach.
Right. So given the history, I'll go with that and say no. But then never say never. Definitely not. Never say never.
What say you on this one? 780-218-9999. Big Uke says, not in the offseason, but definitely in March.
Mm-hmm.
Nugent Option says, agreed. You guys need the open line again. I don't think we'll ever get to that point. Although I'd like to thrust it upon Tommy on post games. Hey guys, we're bringing back the phone lines, but it's only for post games with Gazzola and Cassian and Benny or Belzy or
appointment tuning.
Yeah, that would be fun.
And no, he wasn't there was no physical helicopter. Brandon from Windsor. He's
well, that we know of.
We're using that as it's a turn of phrase, I guess.
Probably wasn't a helicopter, but it probably was Cates' jet.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I don't know. Would Cates send the jet for Coffey in this situation? Or do you make him fly commercial? I think you send the jet.
You got to send the jet.
They're buddies.
What's the point of having it? If
if you're Coffey, I'd say I'm only coming if you send the jet.
you hold the cards. Yeah.
Dr. Evil's in and says, Coffey will make the decor play more crisp. That's not bad, actually.
I like that angle. We're all going with the drink. Now he's throwing the candy bar over the... I don't mind that at all.
Darth Vader went with an actual cough. The sickness. So there's that as well. So there's some good text messages on this. All right, let's get to question number 3. Kid Thunder's asking about tracking radio ratings. Kid Thunder, I'm not going to dive into that, but radio ratings in general are a joke. Let's see. Where's the other? Oh, yeah. Bootsky was asking us if we all eat bananas, because he doesn't very much.
Well, the South Korean team was going down on a...
Are they eat bananas?
On a bunch of them, yeah. I can't... Now, I know they take their end break or whatever it was, and they were chomping down. And
do you eat bananas? Do you guys have bananas in your household?
I hate bananas.
Unbelievable. Now, and we're going to Mexico together? Well, we're in a room together. What if I have bananas in there?
Well, go ahead. But I'm not more for you, less...
How can I go?
What's in your carry-on? Can you open that up, sir? It's just bananas.
You're not allowed to take fruit from different countries.
Oh, well, that's just it too. Yeah,
because of the spiders. And
no,
stuff.
the only fashion in which I'll ingest a banana is liquefied.
Not even bread.
No, I don't.
So if I put a banana in a smoothie, you drink it?
Yeah, but the taste. And it's got the hairs on it and everything. Like and the smell, like it's very penicillin-y to me. When you're a kid, and I had a lot of that banana penicillin.
Yeah,
you have it. And it just kind of I get the health benefits. It's a powerful fruit, but I will only have it in juiced form.
I love bananas. I love them. I would eat 2 bananas a day if I remembered.
Yeah,
if I could. I love them so much, I'd do it.
Well, they're also a very affordable fruit.
Yeah.
Very.
I feel like Big Banana hasn't started to learn how to make a ton of money yet.
And they come in their own jacket. Like you bring an apple, it could get bruised.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of other fruits, it's hard to get.
Well, banana can also be bruised through the skin.
But it's pretty durable. Like you could put it in your pocket. Walk around.
And you could pretend it's, sometimes be like, look at this.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
Oh, God, you pretend it's a gun. Trev, where do you come out on bananas?
It's the first thing I get when I enter the grocery store.
Because they're usually at the front.
It's right there.
Yeah. I always get them.
I went to the grocery store yesterday. Bananas, first thing in the cart.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always see the bananas. They look right back at me. I'm like, yep, you're coming home with me.
Right away to the bananas. Do you get 6 bananas or 5 bananas? Or do you look for a certain bunch?
4.
I go minimum 6.
I got 4.
Yeah.
And I just want to clarify, I'm not drinking banana juice. This unsigned texter says, I'm getting it in a smoothie with other... I want other fruits in there to cut the flavor. That's what my point was with that.
It's bananas.
I don't like the flavor.
This text is in. It says, part B to that question, guys. How do you peel your bananas? What do you mean peel a banana? I eat it as is.
Oh, I've seen the... Oh, yeah, that's gross.
I eat it like a corn on the cob.
Do you snap it?
I snap the top.
Yeah, I've never been able to master that craft, so I always go the other end and I squeeze it, and then it's it's way easier.
Come on,
that's what gorillas do.
Yeah,
that's how they consume their monkeys.
They cut it, and then it slices kind of down the middle.
What are you talking about? That's like the most normal thing ever.
I love you so much, Trev.
It's a life
instantly
hack.
like this one, and then you just go, that's what gorillas do.
It's true. I saw that happen one day. I was like, is that how they open
They don't eat them like us.
No, they don't.
Yeah, well, I guess. I mean, I use the handle at the top to peel.
I've never, because when I do that, I squish the absolute heck out of this banana. And then
so what do you do? You squeeze the bottom end?
Because before, when I didn't know that, I'd always have to get a knife. I could never snap it, man.
God.
I could never snap it. I always would just squish this damn banana. So yeah, you flip it, and then you just squeeze it, and then it comes out so perfectly.
There is nothing more satisfying though than a good snap. Like if you can get it right, if it's in a perfect ripeness.
Yeah.
No, but like
I hear the snap, and it sounds nice, but. It's a good life hack. That's a really good life hack.
I got to try this. Yeah. I'm going to try it tomorrow on the show.
Bring a banana.
Because we got our Best Buddies show tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll open a banana for you, Trev.
Thank you. And I'll open up one for you.
Yeah.
You guys can eat it on opposite ends.
We can Lady in the Tramp this banana tomorrow. Tomorrow on the show, 300 likes in the 6 o'clock hour. Trev and I will Lady in the Tramp a banana.
And it's another really good point. It was my confession like a year ago from Tube Socks in the Paris Jewelers inbox. I can't open things.
I know you
I've
can.
struggled. My whole life opening things. Opening up to people, opening up like literally, physically, everything. So yes, it's way easier to open that way.
Oh, I love you so much, Trev. Like,
love you too.
Dean's texting and goes, "That's how gorillas do it," and a bunch of emojis and goes, "Cows drink milk right from the tit, Trev. Is that how you drink it?" Oh, FM radio, am I right? All right, we got Scalding hot takes coming up next. Marmot Basin snow report still to come as well. So for some people, that's their favorite part of the show. And then the wrap for William Huff. They were off the rails officially. If you're listening online, you got a sports update coming away. If you're on 95.7, how could you leave? How could you go anywhere? A couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update, and then you're back. That's how gorillas do it. Here's the update.
Rachel Homan, Team Canada, needing a win to advance to the semifinals in curling. They're currently up 8-5 on South Korea with the hammer in the 8th end. Brad Jacobs rink already there. They'll take on Norway in semifinals action. 11:35 start time this morning. Canada falling to Norway earlier today to wrap up round robin play 8-6. Canada's women's hockey team goes for gold at 11:10 when they take on the United States. The bronze medal game currently knotted at 1 between Sweden and Switzerland midway through the third period. And, of course, men's hockey semifinals action set for tomorrow. Canada, Finland at 8:40. Slovakia, USA at 1:10. Canada's medal count sitting at 14. 4 gold, 4 silver, and 6 bronze. Canada winning bronze on the women's 3,000-meter short track relay. And Stephen Dubois taking home gold in the men's 500-meter speed skating. Raptors and Bulls tonight from Chicago in one of 10 games around the NBA as regular season action picks up post-All-Star break. And opening round action at the Genesis Invitational getting underway this morning. The event returns to the Riviera Golf Course in Los Angeles. 3 Canadians set to tee off: Nick Taylor, Taylor Pendrith, and Corey Connors. Scalding hot takes next as Hour 3 of the Nielson Show continues here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
On 95.7 Cruise FM. It is the Nielson Show on 95.7 Cruise FM. Kicking off another day of full sports talk all day long on TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio. Download those free apps, and you can listen to the Hangout coming up from 9 to 11. The Lock Shop from 11 till noon. 2 guys and a goalie today with Joaquin Gage, Matt Cassian, and YouTube Trev hosting that show today. And then the EST Afternoons from 1 until 3. And then the Reid Wilkins Show from 3 until 6. Just download, tune in on iHeart. They're free apps. Search us once, Edmonton Sports Talk. Boom, you're done. You're locked in. You'll never need anything else. And you can watch on YouTube all day long as well.
All right, we've got the Marmot Basin Snow Report coming up. We got the wrap for William Huff coming up. Dive into that hammer injury law liner in a second as well. But we're going to do a little bit of scalding hot takes here. Before we get to scalding hot takes itself, let's bring in Joaquin Gage. Just check in with Gager. Gager will be on the air with two guys in goalie today, noon until 1, and then obviously works with Hernan on EST afternoons. Gager, what's up, my man? How you doing?
It's a little chilly today, boys. It's,
Even in your house, did you change your furnace filter recently?
I did. I think I put it in backwards though.
Oh,
so I got to go
there's
check.
That little arrow, right?
I know,
Airflow,
but
yeah.
I which way is it's supposed to go? You know, I got to go look again.
You know
I
what?
think I put it in haste.
My furnace has arrows on it.
Yeah, I know.
The direction the arrow goes. It's very convenient for an idiot. Like
Very convenient.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm always like, oh, how's it going? And then I look at the furnace and go, oh yeah, right here. It's kind of easy. It's good. Oh, I got to get the mitt. Talk with Gager.
Okay, Gage, how you do? You're cool. You got the beanie on and everything. How you're excited for the morning show next week? Of course, you'll be in our stead here on the desk. You and Hernan.
yeah, I for some reason I usually wake up around 4:35 anyways. I don't know why. And then this morning it was funny because I woke up and go, oh, I guess next week I'll just get up and go at this point. So yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it. It would be nice
Hernan's
to see.
done mornings before too.
I'm a little worried about him.
Yeah,
right. Because I mean, he constantly complains about being fatigued and stuff, and it's just,
we're talking about mornings next week.
It gets like, and I did the preemptive, like I bought that little mocha coffee machine,
Smart move.
And so that's going to definitely help out next week. But I mean, it makes the whole place smell like fresh ground coffee beans. It's nice.
That's good. That sounds nice. It can be a nice smell around here in the morning. Next week, Hernan and Gage are in all week while we're away in Mexico. All right.
What's the over-under on how many times he complains about being tired next week?
Hammer the over.
Whatever it is. You guys are going to do 5 shows next week, and then the following Monday, that's 6 shows. I'm going to say, I would set it at over 18 and a half. 3 times a day.
Oh, God.
I'll say how tired.
Really?
You think it's even more?
I was thinking 75 and a half or something like that, at least. And he was he's rattled today too. I want to see what his hair looks like, because everyone was
his hair was a little puffy yesterday.
Yeah,
it was busting his testicles over his hair look. It was he was feeling it a little bit. There's going to be a lot. He might even stop off at Tommy's place for a little Swedish hair cream.
All right, let's get into scalding hot takes. Brought to you by the Baseball Academy with the Greater St. Albert Catholic School District. They offer sports academy for student athletes who want to elevate their game. Their Baseball Academy is delivered in partnership with Absolute Human Performance, one of Alberta's leading athletic performance centers, focused on individualized training that helps players throw harder, swing faster, and move better on the field. Learn more about it at GSA CRD Baseball Academy. That's gsacrd.ab.ca. If you got a young baseball player in the family who wants to take it a little bit more seriously, wants to get a little bit better, gsacrd.ab.ca. All right, I am the defending champion. I will go first. Trev will go second. LT, you got the hammer pre-Mexico.
Whoa.
Are you ready to do this? Trevor, you good to go?
Yes.
Joaquin Gage,
Let's do
are
it.
you good to go?
Let's go.
All right, here we go.
Time now for scalding hot takes.
The Oilers should have assigned Regula to an improve your skating and quickness stint.
Hot take alert.
Even Atif saw there were 6 players on the ice.
That's a hot take.
Daryl Cates' favorite size of coffee is Paul.
Careful. That take's hot.
Paul Coffey is that ex-girlfriend that your mom still invites over for Easter dinner.
The hottest of takes.
If the players only like Coffey's presence behind the bench, all you need is a cardboard cutout of him.
Wow, scalding hot take.
Paul Coffey, been here, done that.
Hot take alert.
I'd suggest Trev takes a few shots at us today, but he'd probably make a funny face and puke everywhere.
That's a hot take.
The only thing's more bananas than a banana is Paul Coffey back behind the bench.
Careful. That take's hot.
Seems they left this coffee hiring a little latte in the season.
The hottest of takes.
Jeff Jackson would have more control over the Oilers if he played minor hockey here in the city.
Wow, scalding hot take.
I think the Oilers should bring back Dustin Schwartz, too.
Hot take alert.
Some fans would suggest bringing back Coffey was a splendid decision.
That's a hot take.
Joe Pesci in Goodfellas thinks Knobloch should be careful walking into the coach's room.
Careful. That take's hot.
I like my coffee like I like Wyshynski, as far away from Edmonton as possible.
The hottest of takes.
Oilers fans are sure creaming over Coffey.
Wow, scalding hot take.
All right, there we go. Scalding hot takes. You had a theme going today.
I did,
Trev mixing
yeah.
some banana stuff.
Coffee.
Let's go to the judge, Joaquin Gage. Gager, what do you got?
Really good, guys. I love the takes. So relevant. But I have to say, it came down to the wire. But the Mitt will be making the trip to Mexico, and it will be in the satchel of Lieutenant Eric.
You're in charge of that in Mexico, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you.
But great job. Great job. That was awesome.
Man, for a guy who wanted to throw it today, buddy, you put together some nice takes.
Well, I couldn't.
You came together. Those
I'm not
some
going
nice
to come
takes.
in here and, hey,
those are good takes.
Water is wet, and
Yeah.
that type of thing. But
yeah, no, that was those are some good
I
ones.
do
there.
hope, though, that we get questioned on it. Like
On the Mitt,
have
yeah.
to explain. And then they have to tear apart the insides to make sure there's no
Be nice if we could
paraphernalia.
stitch up the little hole before we leave.
Yes.
Oh, I just realized.
Oh, wait. Okay, so
yeah, okay.
Gager, just as a Gager left, but there we go. Bring him. Gager, say what you said again.
I want a tan line. I need to see the tan line of the Mitt, so you look like Michael Jackson when you come home.
Well, wearing the glove, yeah. All right, Gager, good stuff, man. We appreciate it. We'll see you around the office later.
Later, guys.
I was thinking lower back.
Yeah, that'd be good. Like you got
plop it on there. And
all right, so the Mitt is coming to Mexico. The Mitt has come. It's been with us to Vegas.
Yes.
I don't think I took it to Cuba, but it's been to Vegas and it made it home with us from Vegas. So I think. I think there's a good chance that it comes home.
It's been to Pincher Creek as well.
It's been to Pincher. I don't know if
Last
it's
summer.
super pumped about Pincher Creek. Like
No.
I don't know if it tells
I
its
was
other
fishing with
Mitt
it.
friends like, hey, I went to.
He went fishing.
I went to Pincher Creek one time.
It's never been fishing before.
That's a good point.
And
that's fun then. It's a good
in
experience
the
for Mitt.
Rockies. Like, come on.
It had a ride in Vegas.
Oh, it's been some other places too.
Where?
Can't mention that on 95.7 Cruise FM.
This text comes in. First time I've ever texted in. 95.7 listener for sure. Morning, y'all. Long time listener.
Y'all.
First text to the new morning show. Boom. Let's go.
Cool.
Thank you very much. I wonder if they're a long-time listener of the station, and that's their first text to us because we're technically their new morning show, as opposed to like a long-time listener of us at 1260 and then texting because it's kind of the same morning show. You know?
Surveyor Brett says, say goodbye to the Mitt. It's as good as gone.
Yeah, the lack of trust that he has in you, right? That's, hey, Surveyor Brett, put it in your phone the day you doubted LTE.
Yeah. We'll celebrate that, yeah.
We can revisit it. So that'll be good. This text there says, are we using the Mitt to spread sunscreen at all?
Not a bad idea.
I do like the idea of you lubing up my back with that mitt. Think about it. Like the text says, think about the coverage. With a big wide mitt like that all over my back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No. And it's not, again, this thing has been drenched in, well, again, you'll be fine. And I don't mind the rip. Like it shows a little, it's got a little wear
There's
to it.
some character.
You know? Yeah.
In Calgary, that mitt's not ripped because they're soft. In Edmonton, that's a character mitt right there. 100%. All right, 780-218-9999 is where you can chime in. We'll get to a few more of your text messages. We've got let's bang out Snow Report. Last chance on this show. I'll get into it on the Hangout as well. But last chance on this show to get in on the your take on Paul Coffey returning to the bench. Is this going to do you base all of the Oilers' defensive success over the last 2 years just on Paul Coffey? Like, is this problem solved? They are a full-blown contender again. 780-218-9999. Let's get to your Marmot Basin Snow Report.
So stoked. Like, I don't even, winter's here. You know, this is the first time we've been up. I'm stoked. You stoked? Stoked. Just so stoked.
Yes.
I mean, it came down last night, what, a good 5 inches?
Last night, I think so, something like that, and a couple feet the day before.
We've got a 5-foot base with 5 inches of freshie on top.
Marmot Basin snow report.
People have been waiting.
Yeah. Temperatures are starting to warm up today, with increasingly warmer each day, getting to a high of -7 by Sunday. I mean, I don't ski, but that feels like good skiing weather.
And you factor in inversion as well.
Yeah, and plus the inversion. Eric's right. If you're out this morning, be sure to check with your friends and make sure everyone is staying warm. The fresh snow has conditions in great shape. Coverage remains excellent with all terrain open on the mountain. That include the knob chair. They've been cheering on Team Canada at the Olympics. They've got it streaming all across the TVs, the mid and lower chalet. So if you're heading up to the mountain today, hit up the chalet, watch the Canadian women try to pull off the most epic upset in the history of women's hockey. That could be happening today, and you could be up at Marmot. It's the Marmot Basin Snow Report. SkiMarmot.com.
Makes my day.
I can see why people love the snow report.
Yeah.
It seems like a pretty good time.
It's
It makes
fun,
you want to ski.
It's informative.
Yeah.
It's got it all.
Makes you want to ski or snowboard. Gordo says, so with Coffey in, did someone else get fired? Nope. Didn't even have to fire anybody. Mark Stewart will have less of a role.
Video more so, I guess. Or
Knobloch said that Coffey will run the bench. So he'll be, running the D pairs. Stewart will give up that role, but continue to do what he's done previously, which is work on video with guys and individual stuff. So they're basically just trying to run it back to last year, and are currently lying to themselves that this roster is as good as last year's roster.
In the X's and O's and in the on the ice, it can't hurt.
No, there's not a downside to it.
No.
I just pointed out earlier this morning, this doesn't happen in the National Hockey League.
No, it's the organizational chart flow of it all.
This is the third time they've put Coffey back on the bench.
Yeah.
Third time they've done this.
Well, we had a call from 2019 that.
Well, it's going to be sound of the day coming up. Like, that's on the way. So it's just not normal. It's not This is not how a normal NHL franchise operates. There's also, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Oh, well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it does work. Maybe ownership and his advisors was looking at this going, this roster is fine. All they're missing is Paul Coffey. And maybe that's what ends up helping it. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they come back and Nurse is much better. And Wallman salvages his season. And Stastny continues to develop. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't touch Emberson. Emberson's been fine for what you expect from Emberson so far this year. And, Bush has his moments, but he's also been very spectacular offensively. The problem here is that, yes, is defense a problem? Is goals against a problem? Yes. Part of that is goaltending. Part of it is the way they play defensively. But we also have to remember that arguably the biggest problem with this team this year is that they're way too top-heavy up front. This team is more top-heavy up front than the last 2 or 3 teams at least. So unless they get the bottom 6 figured out, and maybe Henrique coming back, maybe they think that helps big time. I'm not in that camp, so we'll see. Maybe what this does is Coffey fixes the D so they can spend their deadline assets up front and try to create more depth with the group up front.
It's a good way of looking at it.
$780-218-9999 is where you can chime in. Chris S. texted and says, Hernan and Gager, meet your new special advisor, the Muzz. This is how a normal sports talk channel works. Yeah.
Another great analogy.
Yeah. The Muzz slides in. She does turn 9 on Saturday. So it's probably time. It's probably time to get her involved in this.
Yeah. Only difference will be it'll be her first time and not her third or
Yeah, well, eventually it'll be a third.
Yeah. And it is today, though, officially the birthday? Or?
Today's the birthday party.
Okay.
So we got birthday party.
And good luck with that. You've got a big day ahead of you. And
well, so birthday party this afternoon. I think it was last year's birthday party. Remember I saved the day? Tam organized this outdoor birthday party at a park over in the West End here. But then Tammy was so deathly ill, she couldn't get out of bed. And I had to step up and totally run that birthday party myself. Your brother actually ended up popping by. Like just happened to be at the same park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think that was last year. So now we got both of us on this party. It seems pretty well organized. We're ready to roll. She invited 20 kids, but I think 17 are going to make it. So it's going to be a big party. But we rented a hall here on the West End. Signed up to be a member of the community league in this community so we could rent the hall at half price.
Yeah.
Pretty sneaky move.
Yeah. And now I get, as I said, you have access to movie nights and
there's lots of fun stuff.
Lots of like foul suppers.
Elizabeth wants to play a basketball game, so I plan on dunking on a bunch of 8 and 9-year-olds today. So that should be fun. It looks like it's going to be a good time.
And again, don't hold back.
Oh no,
you did. Now
no, I want these kids going home from the birthday party being like, "You should see how incredible of dunker Elizabeth's dad is."
Your treat bags are over there.
Thanks for bringing your kid to the party. I'll make sure we show them a good time. No, it should be. Now it does cut into my nap time, which I'm usually not very happy about. But it is my daughter's birthday party.
Have a banana.
Yeah, I told her and Tam, I said, can we not schedule this right after Daddy's nap? But what are you going to do? All right, let's dive into the wrap for William Huff. If you want your place to look as good as ours, get it done at William Huff, WilliamHuff.com. They've been doing it since 1952. I'm assuming they got a bunch of work to do at Clark.
Yep.
Hey, to spice it up a little bit.
We were going to go, what did we learn on the show today? I guess right into that.
The Elks are going back to where it all started.
Night at the Knot Hole, Friday, May 29th, which is great. Pick up your heels, night. Get down to Clark. Elks and Stamps, Friday, May 29th. Football returning Canadian football to Clark Stadium. I like it.
Preseason game against the Stamps. Fun little thing to do.
In a preseason game, but this gives you an opportunity to dress it up a bit more. Do some fun throwback things. So, yeah. Should be a great night. Get some tailgating, some preseason tailgating going on.
Yeah, that's...
I can't wait till that tailgate.
It's going to be good, the tailgate. If you haven't checked out a Double E tailgate yet, you are missing out. I learned today that Trev eats bananas from the bottom up because that's how gorillas do it.
It's the most efficient way.
I am clipping that from the show today. I'm going to have it on the board or in the hotkeys so I can always play that.
And a song.
This is how gorillas. Oh, yeah, and we're going to write the song tomorrow.
Already have the genre picked out.
This is how gorillas do it.
Well,
that'll be nice because we're having a big Best Friends Ever show tomorrow, the three of us.
Yes,
because we're not going to see you for 6 shows.
Yeah.
We're going to have the hockey game at 8:40. What do you guys think about Tales of the North for the Canada game?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that was pretty.
Do I get to say?
I thought you were going to say, that's how gorillas do it.
That's how gorilla. That's my favorite thing. So, yes.
We could probably dial it up for the game tomorrow.
Why not?
It's a big game. The
Why
game's going to
not?
be starting later in the show. It's a Friday. A bunch of bananas around, some beverages.
Sure. Yes.
Should be a lot of fun.
Maybe we'll get into that Dylan Small batch, eh?
Not a bad idea if I do say so myself. Let's get to your sound of the day today. I test Jack from the 1260 days.
You know what you do? You let Keith Gretzky worry about drafting, blah, blah, drafting. You trade the first round pick, like you say. You phone up Wayne Gretzky's already employed. And then you know what you do? You let Gretz assemble Kevin Lowe again. Yes, I said Kevin Lowe again. Bring in Paul Coffey. He was here before. Bring him in again. Phone up Charlie Huddy. Bring him in again. These guys, you know what? Hire an analytics guy. And you know what? Gretzky can get the papers from the analytics guy once a week. I like the eye test, okay? These guys know how to build a team. They know what a champion is. And you know what? I like the old boys club because they're champions. Bring them in, shut your mouths, leave them alone. And you know what? Jerseys won't be thrown on the ice. The only thing they'll be thrown on the ice is confetti because they'll build a champion. This is the city of champions, okay?
Hard to believe that 8 years later, still haven't won a cup. After a rant like that. What an amazing sound of the day.
He give the papers once a week.
Yeah. But he's an eye test guy. But he's like, look at the analytics once a week.
No, once a week. Well, you can provide the presentation, everything. We'll go through it.
Yeah. That's
okay.
Okay. That does have people calling for us to get phones again. But, I mean, for the most part, phones are kind of a waste of time.
It did tease it on the post game.
It does lead to some gold, though. I mean, that was...
Yeah, but you got to go digging. For the couple pieces of gold, there was a lot of mud.
That is true. All right, let's go text of the day today for Royal Pizza.
Royal Pizza. Still
the text of the day. This is a tough one today, man. We had a number of great text messages. Huge shout out to everybody who was texting in today. You were all fabulous. Still making it great. The best and freshest ingredients you'll find. Top-notch service for over 55 years. Order online today at royalpizza.ca or visit one of their 14 locations in the Edmonton area. I think there was a lot of good coffee takes for sure. But Dean's take on Trev with the gorilla comment, that was a good text. That's how gorillas do it. Cows drink milk right from the tit, Trev. Is that how you drink it?
There's also a late text about dogs, but we won't get into that either. I don't.
Who'd that one come in from?
T-Mac.
No, we're not going to read that one.
No,
yeah, but T-Mac, that is funny.
You can use your imagination.
I don't even think I would have read that one if we weren't even on the radio now.
No.
Mind you, it's one of those things where if kids are listening, they wouldn't get the reference.
No. Yeah, it's one of those jokes.
Still,
we just...
Look, guys.
But we like it, T-Mac.
I don't even get it.
Exactly, Trev.
Well...
Of course you don't. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, we got more classic rock coming up for you. Joyride from Roxette. That's on the way. Now you get it, Trev? No, he still doesn't get it. You know, Trev, I'll sit down with you. I'll draw it out for you.
I think so.
I like
we'll
that.
Draw it out for you after the show.
I think I get it now.
Okay. All right, good. We've been coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio today. If you're listening on 95.7 and you like what you're hearing, join us the rest of the day over on Edmonton Sports Talk, on TuneIn Radio, on iHeartRadio. They're free to download. It barely uses any data. Just search Edmonton Sports Talk. You'll see all those stations are on there. And we're just right there. Just go listen all day long. We've got you covered all the way up until 6 o'clock tonight. Best of luck to the Canadian women trying to pull off what'll be a miracle if they can get it done
on ice
against the United States. Yeah. Who will be Canada's Mike Eruzione? Didn't move the needle in the draft at all. Unbelievable. All right. For
no Itonia.
For YouTube, Trev and Lieutenant Eric, I am Dustin Nielsen. Thank you very much for joining us. Take it easy.